me say it one more time. Let 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 me say it one more time.
Niggas chill and relax. A nigga asked me the other day, yo, you don't never got time. Niggas that got time ain't got no motherfucking money. So I never got time, but I always got money, nigga. I'm always shining, nigga, because I'm always grinding fucking hard. I don't got the luxury to sit in the crib and watch TV all motherfucking day, nigga. I don't got the luxury to just chill. I don't got the luxury to chill with the bros for fucking days if we ain't getting no fucking money. I gotta get the motherfucking money, nigga. I gotta be successful and I gotta win by all fucking means necessary. Broke niggas chill and relax. A nigga asked me the other day, yo, you don't never got time. Niggas that got time ain't got no motherfucking money. So I never got time, but I always got money, nigga. I'm always shining, nigga, because I'm always grinding fucking hard. I don't got the luxury to sit in the crib and watch TV all motherfucking day, nigga. I don't got the luxury to just chill. I don't got the luxury to chill with the bros for fucking days if we ain't getting no fucking money. I gotta get the motherfucking money, nigga. I gotta be successful and I gotta win by all fucking means necessary, bro.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You heard what he said. It's Big Gans on the set with no regret. You heard what he said. Shout out to Lounge Low from the 160. We gotta get the motherfucking money. And you see what the title of the stream is. We make no excuses for being winners. Winners go out and grind. Winners get that motherfucking money. You know what the fuck it is. You heard what the fuck he said. And you heard what the fuck I said. It's Big Gans on the set with no regret. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Killer Hill 10304. You know what I'm saying? I had to make some moves, a lot of running around, and you know what it is. Got to get the motherfucking money. Shout out to Sunday Night Smoke. And like I said on his panel, YouTube money is peanuts. The shit don't pay no fucking money. So if you think you're going to be a millionaire for YouTube, shit, man, listen, you got a whole nother thing coming. But yo, like we always do, the scent of the day, the scent of the day is for niggas who want to be winners. This is for motherfuckers who's about getting that money. This is boss shit. Know what I'm saying? The scent of the day. Baccarat 540. You know what this shit is. I only pull this shit out on special occasions. So let me give you all a note breakdown. As I share the screen, shout out to my partner OG Davis. I'm gonna drop the link for him in a minute. And we're gonna break down some rules today too. We broke down these rules before, but I see we gotta break them down again. Well, let me give you all the scent of the day. Mason Francis Kurt John, Baccarat 540. Woody, amber, warm, spicy, metallic, fresh, aromatic, white floral. Baccarat 540 is an oriental floral fragrance for men and women. Baccarat 540 was launched in 2015. The top notes are saffron, jasmine. The middle notes are amber, ambergris, heady on it. Base notes are fear racing, cedar, sugar, ambroxan, and oak moss. Seeing that oak moss pop up a lot lately. But you see what it is. Baccarat 540. Like I said, I only pull this out on special occasions. This is for bosses. This is for dudes who want to win. This is for dudes who are about that life, grinding. You know what I'm saying? Look, who's that ringing my doorbell? Hold on for a second. Just started this live and got people coming to the door. 1 second. What the hell is going on? Is it election time already? Ringing my doorbell for some promoting some candidate running for election. Smoke, what up? Dropping this link for OG Davis and OG Davis only. Because it seems like we gotta set some ground rules. You know what I'm saying? So while OG Davis is coming up, let me read the chat. Jay Diggs, Southside Jamaica Queens, salute. Sunday Night Smoke is in the building. Smith, salute. Bismarck, salute. New York City Transit Authority in the house, salute, salute. And shout out to the Long Island Railroad employees. Get that money. See y'all getting ready to go on strike. Get that money. Delta One, what up? Mr. Darkest the Navigator. Shout out to the Winner Circle. We making moves. You know what it is. And shout out to the 20 people in the building. Yo, wipe your feet off on that like button when you come up in my crib. OG Davis, what up?
What's going on?
You know what it is. I was running around, man. I had to make a lot of different moves and whatever.
You got my message from earlier?
No. You sent me a text message?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I'm still gonna talk about it.
Oh man, come on, man.
I'm still gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring it up. Bring it up. But hold on for a second. Because I was trying to set a goal. I meant to set the goal before we started.
Mhm.
I forgot how. Oh, here it is. There it is. That's right. We setting the goal, man. Yo, let's hit the goal for a second time in our life. Okay, we ready. Let's go. Let's go. I got to go to my notes because I had so much going on. I had so much going on today. I don't know, already forgot how I was going to start this live off.
Yo, highlight Just Wash comment.
Don't forget about the bum travel space. Check
Just
this out.
highlight it.
Go ahead.
So listen, what up, Jersey Hitter? I come up with an official name for that space, and it's not the travel space. It's not travel space content. It's none of that content. I decided that we gonna call that space the International Box Fiend Association. IBFA. International Box Fiend Association. That is what we're going to title that space from now on. It is not the travel space. It is the International Box Fiend Association. So anybody that's lined up with the International Box Fiend Association, known as IBFA, that is what we are going to call it. It is not travel space content. I don't ever want to hear that being associated with the travel space, because the travel space on YouTube is a lot bigger than the International Box Fiend Association. So say it with me. International Box Fiend Association. That's what it's called. The IBFA, period.
$30 in the building. Y'all hit the motherfucking like button.
Salute to Tariq.
I'm getting ready to cook. I'm getting ready to cook. Check this out. Y'all see that dude right there? Tyreek Garrett. That's my personal friend in life since 7 years old. Me and him been rocking together. Grew up right around the corner from me. Him and his brother Terrence. We go way back. When they talk sandbox, we go back to the sandbox. All right? If my man Boo is watching, James McCall, I see him in the gym every day. Shout out to him. Boo. Back in the days, Tariq might remember his name. We called him Boo Boo. Back in the days. He's my first friend. My friend Ivan, who's going to pop up in the chat in a minute. He's my second friend, and Tariq is my third friend. The first three people that were friends of mine in life, other than my family, that I hung out with growing up. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to this, because this shit here, I wasn't even going to talk about it. But since OG Davis told me to highlight it, let's go here. And I'm going to cook. I'm really going to cook. I'm staying on topic, but I'm going off topic. So check this out. Hit my motherfucking like button. We got 20 likes. You know what I'm saying? 30 people in the building. Let's get 10 more likes. Let's get 10 more likes, because I'm really getting ready to fucking cook. Check it. I don't want to talk about them motherfuckers. I don't want to talk about them motherfuckers on my YouTube channel no more. Check this out. Them motherfuckers over there, and the one in particular, I brought him on the channel. We didn't know what he was going to be. Know what I'm saying? But we should have suspected. But it is what it is. And motherfuckers over there is fucking losers. And I don't give a fuck. You watch their channel, that's your business. But them motherfuckers over there ain't bringing you nothing beneficial. They bring nothing beneficial to your fucking life. You hang around with 9 broke niggas, soon you gonna be number 10. So you keep watching that dumb shit over there, you gonna be a broke motherfucker too, eventually. Because you putting that dumb shit in your fucking brain cells early in the fucking morning. Because that's when he come on. So if you want to go over there, so be it. Listen, I can't stop you from going over there. But don't come over here talking about what they doing over there. Because honestly, we don't give a fuck. I don't want no broke niggas around me. And that's what it is. And y'all can quote me. I said what I said. It's big Gans, and it is what it is. OG Davis, got a response?
IBFA. That's it. IBFA, baby.
We don't make no excuses for being winners. So now I got to read off of my notes. Because I didn't get a chance to go through my notes and put my bullet points and line everything up. So check it. You see me, I'm reading from my notes now. So when you all about winning, you have to put in the work. Now I heard this story. I heard Allen Iverson tell this story about Kobe Bryant. He said after the game, and I think it might have been a playoff game. He said after the game, they was all going to the club. Kobe said, "Nah, I'm going in the gym and practice and shoot them shots that I missed." That's why Kobe has 5 rings, and Allen Iverson, salute to him, one of my favorite players, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest top 5 point guards in my opinion. Well, he wasn't a point guard; he wanted to play the 2, but it is what it is. But AI ain't got no rings because AI wanted to go to the club after the game. Kobe wanted to go to the gym and practice on them shots that he missed. So when you want to win, you have to put in the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to that loser section over there. You're not putting in no fucking work. You think you're putting in work, but you're not putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Tariq says to stay cooking. Shout out to the truck drivers. My man Tariq is a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. I pop my shit and I'm unapologetic about it. Throughout my life, throughout my whole life, I put in work. More than 30 years, whatever it was. Legal or illegal. We ain't gonna talk about illegal. But I put in the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, OG Davis, because I'm just going through my notes. You could talk. Oh, hold on. Let's get to the rules. Let's get to the rules. Like I said, I'm kind of thrown off because I was moving around trying to take care of a lot of shit before I started this live. Let me say this. Sunday Night Smoke. Thank you. Appreciate the $5 super chat, Smoke. He was talking about money on YouTube. And I said in his comments, I said when I got that first YouTube check, I looked at that shit. I said, "Yo, this money here ain't enough to wipe my ass with. Not the type of money I'm used to get." You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I don't go live all the time. I don't put out a whole lot of content. You know, we doing this shit to put out information and because we like talking to the people. So you could say we doing it for the love. We putting in the work, but we're doing it for the love. We're not doing it for no payoff. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, when it comes to this YouTube shit, the way that you are going to make money is by getting sponsors. So you see certain shit that I do, I'm trying to get a sponsor, whether it's on the motorcycle side of shit, whether it's on the cologne side of shit. OG Davis is working with some beauty, not beauty products, but products for men, grooming products for men. You know what I'm saying? See if we can monetize that and get a sponsor from that. That's how you make the money on YouTube. You ain't gonna make no money from YouTube itself, right? So that being said, and we gonna talk shit. Listen, I talk shit. I could put on the crown and say I'm the king of talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that worked with me for New York City Department of Sanitation know Gan's always talking some shit. You know? But we trying to be just a little bit professional. So that being said, when we open up the panel, we need for y'all to conduct yourselves in a gentlemanly fashion, which means no talking over one another. You could talk what you want to talk, but no talking over one another. Because when I listen to the shit, when other people listen to the shit later on, matter of fact, let me go to one of the comments from the last live. and tell y'all exactly what he said. Tell y'all exactly what he said. Blah blah blah.
Hit that like button
Hit the like
and
button. Let's get to it.
salute to Sunday Night Smoke. His reach is in the chat. Click on it. Click on it. Sub to his channel. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow he's doing a telethon for content basically. And go over there, support the channel. You know, he takes a lot of hits. He doesn't get every stream is demonetized because he putting out that work, and that work is not agreeable to the community. So go over there, support the channel. Show some love. He always showing love to us, and we showing love to him. So support his channel, click his link, sub to it, share the lives. You know how it goes. And make sure you pay attention, for when I donate, because I get my muscle girl down the runway. Salute to the cousin, Smoke. Jane Fonda 2.0.
Well, I don't see his comment no more. He must have took it down. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't see the comment no more. But basically what the homie was saying was, it sounds chaotic. So that being said, when we bring you up on the panel, if someone's talking, I need you to let that person land his plane. Khalil Backyard Life, I need you to let him land his plane before you talk. Don't talk over the person because the whole shit sounds chaotic. Now, yes, we had a good live last week, but to the brother in the chat, I can't see his comment. I don't know if he removed it or what. I can't see it no more. He said, yo, it sounds chaotic. And that's what people are hearing when they listen to it later on. You know what I'm saying? So we need you to speak one at a time. I know sometimes, we speak over one another, but try your best to let that person finish his comment, land his plane, and then you can speak. Now, this is what we're going to do, Khalil Backyard Life. I tried muting your mic. That don't work because you are muted. So, Khalil, we love you. I want to keep bringing you on the panel. You told me you want to get your shit off. So I want to keep bringing you up. But listen, if you continuously talk over people, we'll put you in the back. Nah, Smoke. We're not muting the mic. We putting them in the back. So you're going to go on timeout. It's crazy that we have to put 40 and 50-year-old motherfuckers on timeout. You're going to go on timeout until that person finishes his statement, his comment, and then I'll bring you back up. We're going to put you in the back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Salute to Jerry Jones.
Salute to Jerry Jones. We talking CERN talk, baby. CERN talk and the wall. But listen, just to piggyback off of that, listen. I've always been told that when two people talking at the same time, you don't know what's going on. Everybody's words is crossing one another. So I get it. You might have a thought at the moment that you want to get across and you don't want to lose the train of thought. I lose my train of thought all the time. But we got to be respectful of one another. We are separating ourselves from those panels that get chaotic. Now, it's not to say that it won't ever get chaotic. It will, but we have to control it. We have to make sure that the content of the live is being put out professionally, respectfully, because there's people watching. Whether you in the chat live right now, whether you in the bushes but you watching the live, we're not we're not a part of the IBFA. We're not a part of that. You know what I'm saying? We do talk travel, space talk, but this is a lifestyle channel. You know what I'm saying? There's various topics that are being discussed. It might be a topic that you're passionate about. You will get your chance to speak your piece and say what you want to say, but be respectful of the next person. Let them get their explanation or talk points off. They'll land their plane, and you can go right after them. We'll even say, okay, let's say Sunday Night Smoke is talking and he's chopping it up and he lands his plane. Okay, Khalil Backyard, here you go. Because last live, it was just so everybody was on top of one another. Pause. And what you call it? We couldn't hear Ronan at one point. Khalil screaming in the background. We couldn't hear Player with a Passport. You know what I'm saying? And all these brothers bring to the table great information, great knowledge, and they're all living great lives. So allow the people to speak. Be respectful of each other. We don't want to put you in the background. We don't want to put you on mute. The veterans that's over here, y'all already know what to do. Y'all grown. The veterans go in the back. The rookies get put on mute, but rookies become veterans at some point in time, so you get put in the back. And why should we put you in the back? You know what I'm saying? Let's make the stream worth people's while, so when they see it, they're hearing black men talk amongst one another without fighting, without arguing, without, talking over one another. Let's have a respectful stream. That's all. Yeah, Gans.
Yeah, because listen, you got a group out there that want to see black men fail. Like the title of the last stream. Straight black men are not the problem. We should have just said black men, period, are not the problem. Not black males, black men. We got to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get on with it. You want to start off first, OG Davis?
Oh, finish. You cooking. Go ahead, cook, brother.
Nah, my pot is on simmer right now.
I mean,
My pot is on simmer.
salute the Ronin Travels. He's in the building.
Salute the Ronin.
Listen, winning is a formula. Okay? Winning is a formula. It takes time, it takes discipline, it takes concentration, it takes practice where the rubber meets the road. It's hard to win in life, but you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You can't, let's say you look at let's take sports for example. And you got these teams out here that are constantly having losing seasons. Now, you could pawn that off to maybe they're trying to win in the draft each year to build a team around upcoming, athletes that are coming in the draft. Or you can actually have an actual losing culture. You know what I'm saying? So with having that losing culture, it kind of affects you mentally. It affects your mind to where you think that this is what life is about. This is what, winning is a formula. And it's a formula of putting in work, putting in practice. You know what I'm saying? You have to You're not going to win all the time because you have to learn from the mistakes that you make in order to start winning. You know what I'm saying? Take Michael Jordan, for example. Michael Jordan came out into the league and he was dominating the league. Leading scorer, top defensive player. He was the total package when he was playing ball. But the one thing he couldn't do is once he got to the playoffs, the Bulls were not winning. No matter how much he put into it, he was unable to win the whole thing by himself. Until one day, Phil Jackson came along and said, look, I'm going to get you over the hump. I have a formula for it. And Mike said, what? He said, pass the ball. Get your teammates involved. They're just as open as you are. And Mike said, but I got to lead the league in scoring. He says, Mike, that's a difficult task. He says, no. I'll listen to you and what you want me to do, but I got to lead the league in scoring. He says, well, how many points you need to score? At least at minimum 32. That's about 8 points a quarter. He says, Mike, it's hard to get 8 points a quarter. He says, no. You don't worry about the 8 points a quarter. I'll take care of that. Just tell me how we going to win. And what did that equate to? That equated to 6 championships in 8 years. Imagine if he had played those 2 years instead of retiring. Bulls probably would have won 8 straight championships. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know. But it took for a winning formula to be produced for him to start winning. So it's the same thing with everyone in life in general. Don't look at defeat or losses or setbacks as the end all be all, it's the end of the world. No. Look at those as lessons learned. Like I said to Gans a few days ago, I said, we're at the stage in our lives, including Smoke. Smoke is there too. We're at the stage in our lives right now that the only mistakes that we should be making is new technology. Everything else that we know, that we've experienced, that we've gone through in all these 50-something years, 50 plus, damn near 50 years, there's no reason why we should still be making them same mistakes. There's no reason why we should be, when the flame is on the fire, or if you got an electric stove and it's lit, there's no reason why you should be touching that unless you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making that as an example. I'm not saying go out there and touch it and see if now at the ripe old age of whatever, you can take it. The point is this. You live and learn. Winning comes at a cost. It's a cost of time, energy, consistency, working hard. You're going to win. It's meant for you to win. It's not meant for you to lose. Losing is a mindset that can be defeated by changing your mindset. Say to yourself every day when you wake up, after you done thank the Most High for waking you up, I am going to win today. No matter how many losses I may end up with today, I'm going to win today. And that should start you on the path of winning, claiming it, speak it into existence. Because when you speak it into existence, a plan is starting to be made. You start to see things differently. So start by saying, I am a winner. Say that. I am a winner. Go ahead.
What up, Smoke? I'm going to let you get it in a second, but let me just say this. Since OG Davis brought up basketball, right? And I'm going to take a shot. I'm taking a shot at a big YouTuber. He's not even looking at this channel.
Oh, man. Oh,
Angry Man. And it's a lot of dudes out there that agree with Angry Man, even though they might not even watch him. And some of y'all might even be in this chat. I don't want to hear y'all calling LeBron James a bum anymore. Yes, LeBron needs to go sit his ass down. He needs to retire. But LeBron James won 4 championships. Well, let's say 3.5, because that bubble championship was kind of questionable. LeBron James left Cleveland and went to Miami because he needed to go under Pat Riley. He said himself, he needed to learn how to win. So everybody want to talk about LeBron James is the reason why everybody want to jump ship and go here and play with other players so they can win. No. LeBron James went to Miami to play with D Wade. Chris Bosh came afterwards. Right? LeBron had already signed. He had already made his big announcement, his big to-do. And then Chris Bosh came to Miami afterwards, so they play together. You know what I'm saying? No, LeBron is not Jordan. But he was the next coming. Kobe was there already. Kobe had already had 2 championships by the time LeBron, maybe 3. I can't remember if the Lakers won in 2003 or not. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely had 2. And if they won in 2003, then they had 3, right? So, but still, nobody was calling Kobe the next Jordan. Before Kobe got there, everybody was looking for the next Jordan. Everybody saw what LeBron James was doing in high school, dominating nationwide. So yes, he was the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? So for all the LeBron haters out there, you could listen, he's not Jordan. Hate all you want, but don't call him a bum. That man has put in work, 4 championships, and that's what it is. And that's what it is because Big Gan said so. Yeah, angry man, I shot that shot at you. Smoke, go ahead.
Yo. Salute to everybody in the building. Salute to you, Gans. Salute to you, OGD.
Hello.
What up? Salute to everybody. I'm just tapping in. You know what I mean? I'm in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Real quick. Yeah. Nah, LeBron is not a bum. You know, Angry Man be tapped into. Remember that time we caught that nigga? He came on the panel and was talking, and we like nigga, that's you. That nigga be.
Yeah, I
don't think any channel was too small. Niggas like, that's Angry Man, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't ever think any channel too small. Trust me. Yo.
Yo, salute to Israel Mills. I sat on a panel on Israel Mills' channel with Angry Man. So and if I sit on the panel, with Angry Man again, I'm gonna say it to his face. And yes, we're gonna get into it.
It's all good though. I mean, you know, it's a matter of opinions. But like, I remember that time we caught that nigga trying to sneak on the panel. What name was that nigga hiding under again?
I can't remember.
Man, I forgot. It was like this shit may have been like fucking early in the winter. It was in the winter time. It was like probably, you know what I'm saying? Yo, niggas like, yo,
it was either early this year or late last year.
It was winter. Yeah, it was winter though. I know it was winter time and shit, but yeah, that niggas be look, don't underestimate you caught that nigga in the fucking bushes and try to jump on the panel with a different name. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't say LeBron's a bum. Only reason why I don't respect LeBron is because that nigga remember when Stephon Marbury, this was probably 2005, when Stephon Marbury was the point guard of the Knicks, 04 season when we had Larry Brown as the coach. I remember LeBron, this is when Stephon Marbury had first, probably his second season with the Knicks. And he had first launched, remember he had a sneaker in Stephen Barry's?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He had a $10 sneaker. He had a $10 sneaker. I can show you the shit because I bought it just to buy it, to have the shit, right? Mm-hmm. It was called a Starberry basketball sneaker, right? And it went for $10. And you know why? Because he was from Coney Island. And he said, instead of fucking with Nike and them niggas, remember, mad niggas like Olajuwon and them said, fuck them sneakers. Because it's going to have young black niggas killing each other and selling crack for them sneakers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Just that was Olajuwon's quote. Why they was like, Olajuwon, you were one of the greatest ever. What happened? Why you ain't rock with Adidas and them? And he said, fuck them sneakers. You're just going to have little niggas killing each other to buy them shits, selling drugs. But anyway, the moral of the story is this. Stephon Marbury had a $10 sneaker. They was facing LeBron James for the first time in Madison Square Garden. Them two were squaring off. And you know what LeBron James said? And they quoted him in the Daily News, and that's why I never respected that piece of shit again. Nigga said, yo, so LeBron, this was he quoted. He said, yo, LeBron, you know, you come in to face Starbury for the first time. He has a new sneaker. Something. What do you think about that? You know what that nigga said? This piece of shit had the nerve to say $10. That's too cheap for me. Knowing that his mother was a crackhead, allegedly, or whoever was pretending to be the mother of this motherfucker was a crackhead. She was looking so crazy in public, she couldn't even come to games no more after that Boston series in the playoffs. Remember when she was talking shit after KG knocked him on his ass and he said, Mom, sit your ass down. Like, nigga, what is wrong with you? Like you were born with a million silver spoon in your mouth, you weird mother flower. At that point, knowing that he was a quote unquote poor kid from the inner city or whatever they pretended he was or projected him to be, don't ever say that. You got a lot of poor Negroes. Shaq had a $20 sneaker in fucking Walmart that outsold every Jordan, every NBA player sneaker ever. Google that shit. That crazy looking Shaq sneaker. Like, fuck you. Get off talking about that's too cheap for me. Nigga, you got more poor black people than rich. So what the fuck are you talking about? And I understand he was a young, stupid, and immature, but he was in his 20s at that point. At that point, I never respected that man, and I never can respect him because that's stupid. That's retarded. Knowing that allegedly, if your story was growing up being poor and you couldn't afford sneakers, why would that be a bad idea for children going through the struggle like you supposedly did when you was a child? That makes no logical sense to me. So from that moment on, I always had a disrespect for him. Like, and I know when you're young, you say dumb shit and, you know, we knuckleheads and stuff like that. But if that's your story, I expect, nigga, I'd rather you get caught in a fight in public or do some other dumb shit. Like, remember when what's that nigga name from the Jets punched that nigga in the face at the party, at the club, outside the club? The wide receiver from the Jets knocked that nigga out in front of the club. Like, fuck this little bitch ass nigga.
Who'd he hit?
What's that nigga name? No, LeBron got fucking punched in his face. The nigga, they used to play for the Jets. What's that nigga name? He was a wide receiver, the big black nigga. That was back in the days when the Jets was playing for when the Jets went to the AFC Championship against Pittsburgh. What's this nigga name? His last name began with a B. He was a big nigga.
Nah, homeboy in the chat said it was Geno Smith.
No, not Geno Smith. He got punched in the face in a locker room over $300. We're not talking about that shit. I'm talking about when LeBron got punched in the face by the other nigga. He used to play for the Cleveland Browns, and he got traded to the Jets. He's another Cleveland nigga.
Talking about,
and he punched the nigga in the face. Yeah.
What's his name? The light-skinned brother.
No, the
light-skinned brother.
No, he was a brown-skinned dude. He has a B. His first name or last name begins with a B.
Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards. That nigga punched that nigga in the face and said, "What, nigga?" And he ain't want no smoke. So fuck LeBron. He's soft. So Braylon Edwards, that Cleveland ass nigga, mopped that nigga up in front of the party and was like, "What, nigga?" Had the nigga looking crazy. He did not want to smoke. So yeah. But that's not, I'm not mad because he got punched in the face and didn't want to smoke. I'm mad because he said that dumb shit about the $10 sneakers. That's why I never respected him. But the nigga getting punched in the face by Braylon Edwards, that was just the universe giving him a little love. You heard? I'm going to end that right there. I'll land.
Okay.
I'm going to land right there. Braylon Edwards, yeah. Watch that nigga in front of the joint. Fact, though.
Is that the reason? Is that the reason why LeBron didn't come to the Knicks? We don't want to make this about LeBron. We're not going to make this whole thing
about. No. I just wanted to comment on LeBron. I didn't think he's a scrub. I thought his basketball skills were great. He was not a Jordan or a Kobe. I put him as number 3, but I was just saying that the reason why I didn't like him. I liked him and was rooting for him up to that point when he said that. And I read that shit in the Daily News. He was quoted. I said, what? I just had it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, so I just kind of said, you know what, I'm good. Pause. I was just like, you know what, I'm good, bro. I ain't fucking with this goofy ass nigga. You got to grow the fuck up. Fuck this goofball. That's just just say nothing. Just say, I don't know. Say it doesn't matter to me. Say I have sneakers too. Say anything but that. Why are you going to shit on poor people because you finally made a bag? That's disgusting behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that shit just made me nauseous. Like,
well,
in his career, was growing up
Smoke,
in the inner city poor. Fuck these
Smoke,
niggas, man. Mm-hmm.
A Smoke, you know, money changes people.
I know, but I just don't like it. Why of all things to say is crazy to me. I don't give a fuck how stupid you are. Just be like, well, I got sneakers for sale too. Or say anything. Don't say that. $10. Like, you looking at niggas like they $10? That's too cheap for me. Bro. And you had many greats before you. You had greats before you say like, yo, fuck them sneakers. It costs too much. This, that, and the other. Do your history. I don't like niggas that don't have history and don't understand what happened before them in a position that they are and stuff like that. Not the position you're currently in, but don't forget where you from and shit like that. That shit is really, that really just made me nauseous. So I'm not going to OD on that because I know niggas like, all right, get on, all right. But I never respected him. And any nigga can understand what I'm saying. That was just disrespectful to poor folks and inner city children that all dream to be you one day. That was nasty work.
Well, Smoke, like I said, money changes people, right? And I was in the gym this morning, right? Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on Bad Bunny. I just started listening to him last year, right? But Bad Bunny had a joint called La Romana featuring El Alfa, whatever his name is, right? So in the video, you could tell Bad Bunny's a hood dude. You know what I'm saying? He got on hood shit. He's in the hood, blah, 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 whatever, right? This is before he was making money. You could see Bad Bunny's a hood dude. Now he got a bag and he's looking like a weirdo. You know?
Well, he's
wearing
before he went to that. Did you ever see the bad
shit?
Gans, real quick? Did you ever see the video Bad Bunny when what was the shit was titled? Something crazy like Bad Bunny when he first met Diddy. He was still coming off on some hood shit. When he first, I think he got that Diddy juice, and it changed his life because he was on the come up. He was on the rise. You know, he started making bread and all that. So, you know, to the point of where he was invited over by Diddy, and he showed him, I had to fit it, all that shit on, and all that was kind of trying to look like hood. Like, this look like a little hood ass Puerto Rican ass nigga. After the Diddy juice, everything changed.
Yeah, you know, once so that explains it. He got splashed. He got splashed with some Diddy oil, and that explains it.
Yeah. And then, you know, because remember, Diddy, that's the beginning of the splash. He's just the you know, he's the tester outer. He's like what's that nigga name that was doing the tester, like the tested the tranny at that lame ass pool party. He's the inspector. That's what I called it. So Diddy played the inspector with the Bad Bunny, and then I guess he was Diddy certified, and then Diddy passed him on to the higher ups, and then the guy exploded and became a mega superstar at that point. And it went from fitteds and white tees with a chain on to blouse, dress, lipstick, makeup, and drag queen work. You know, allegedly. I hope I'm not saying too much, but that's how that works. But if anybody can find that video, you'll see Bad Bunny meets Diddy. Yo, the nigga had to fit it on. The white tee, the chains. I said, Lord, ass nigga. Next thing you know, fast forward, blouses and all that wild shit. But that's no secret how that works. So whatever, it is what it is. That's not a secret though.
That's the Clive Davis initiation. That's what you call the Clive Davis. Talk. Yeah, because Clive Davis gave Diddy.
I'm not naming names.
Bad Boy. No, I name names. Listen, anybody with infrared glasses. That's when you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, OG Davis. I gotta ask you, what's infrared glasses?
The glasses
with the red lens?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. No, OG Davis, no.
Watch any Clive Davis interview. He got the infrared glasses on.
OG Davis.
Richard Pryor wore infrared glasses.
Oh,
Johnny Gill wears infrared glasses, bro.
don't tell me that OG Davis.
Oh man.
Listen, not everybody,
Because
but
listen,
you know.
my Gazelles, the silver frame glasses, the shades that I be wearing sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to put those in and change the lenses to red.
So change it to red.
Well,
you
you're
know,
not a celebrity, so we wouldn't think. You're not a celebrity, so we won't think about you differently, bro.
There's no secret
We know
to that.
you, so you know.
Oh man.
We won't think
Listen,
about
this
you.
is public.
That's just getting.
This is public
Hold on,
information.
hold on, OG Davis. Coach Greg Adams be wearing the glasses with the red lenses.
Listen, we're not talking about Coach Greg Adams.
We're not
We
talking
talking
about
about-
Listen.
big dogs,
Listen.
big dogs, big money dogs. Yeah,
Because the
CGA
glasses,
making money.
the glasses,
that big.
the glasses with the red lens. That's a thing in the motorcycle world.
It's a
You know what I'm
statement in
Right.
copy in the. I was gonna say in the community for the. Go ahead for the bike. Go ahead.
In the
No.
industry, here's how it works. In the industry, a lot of people that have gotten where they've gotten is because of certain decisions they've made.
Mhm.
And it's public. It's public.
Something
Like
strange for some change.
Clive Davis.
Chill.
Clive Davis came out several years ago and said that he's bi. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew that. He came out. You can look up the interview. He said it himself. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that, and you think about all the artists that he brought to the scene, Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying?
I'm getting ready to go there.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of artists that got out of there. You know, like Alicia Keys, like Mario. They're no longer with Clive. So you know what I'm saying? So we don't gotta listen, we ain't gotta go there. We can leave that because that's a rabbit hole, and if we go there, it's a whole lot of talking, and I don't. Let's stick to the topic.
Yeah, I know. But hold on. Check it. Let me hold on, Smoke. Let me solo myself out real quick. Bobby Brown, the feeling inside. You see that? He got on the red glasses, the red lenses. He was with Whitney Houston, Clive Davis, and listen. I was watching this video last week, right? You could tell from this video, this is at the height when Bobby was smoking crack. That's at the height when because that little ghost thing that's next to him, that's from one of his crack dreams. Bobby probably produced that video.
Salute to Romeo Guerrero. You know exactly. Listen, I'm not in the industry, but I have dealings in the industry. I've known a lot of information for years. I just am not the person to expose it. I don't really in all actuality, I don't really care about the industry. That's why I never went deep into it because I knew what it was about. My dad was in the industry back in the 50s. He's still in it, but that was on a doo-wop tip. But when you get to those eras of the Quincy Joneses and the Clive Davises and even in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, which was something we brought up earlier on Smoke's channel on his live with Hollywood and the CIA and all this other stuff. That's a rabbit hole we don't need to go down. That'll go left, and then all of a sudden now we might have to do 5 or 6, 7 straight shows about it. So let's get back to the topic about winning. Go ahead, Gans.
I am, but I gotta answer Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said, was it crack or powder? Jerry Jones, me and Wifey had this debate. Listen, I wasn't there neither. But guess who was there? Lawrence Taylor. And we know Lawrence Taylor was smoking crack. They was all hanging out together. Bobby Brown, Lawrence Taylor,
Darryl Strawberry,
Dwight Gooden.
The Doc. Oh, I love all those. Some of my favorite niggas, bro. I hate to
Rick
say it.
James.
Those are New York, all New York icons, basically. New York, New Jersey. Those are all damn. These are local icons. That's wild.
That's when the Jets and the Giants was winning the most. I mean, the Mets and the Giants was winning
The Mets,
everything during those
the
years.
Giants was popping in the
Yo.
80s. That 80s. Oh my God. The Mets opened the
Yo.
floodgates. Then the Giants won a couple Super Bowls. Oh my God.
Yo, that whole 1986 New York Mets team, they was either on crack or coke. They was doing something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Coach, that's what made them win.
Yeah.
Besides
Turner,
that botch
salute.
from besides the first base botch where that ball went under the nigga's fucking glove. Besides that, but that was fire. That was just supposed to happen, bro. No,
They found the formula. They found the formula to win.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So Smoke will be back up in a minute. So listen, let's get into it. So you see the title. We make no excuses. So somebody called No Excuses and tell him get his ass over here.
Oh man.
We make no excuses for being winners. So for y'all who didn't see it, I'm gonna bring it up. Like I was saying before, to the sisters, I hope this dude is not your leader. You know? This is the reason why these groups, men going their own way, passport bros, the free agent lifestyle, salute to Coach Greg Adams. These are the reasons why these groups exist, because a lot of men are fed up and done with the women here in America. And I ain't just saying black women, I'm saying American women. We can say black women, but women on a whole in America. No excuses. Welcome to the Gangster Lifestyle.
What's up, Gans? How you doing, man?
Good.
What up?
What's up, fellas?
Peace.
Hello. Are you fed up with American women?
Yeah, I mean, I would say fed up a long time ago, you know. But
what the bitch did?
Say that again.
What the bitch did?
What's the what?
He said,
What did the bitch
he said,
do?
what did she do? What did she do?
What did that female do to you to make you run overseas to get a three?
Nah, that's not what I said. I said, what did the bitch do?
All right, well, I would say every guy that decides to travel internationally got a different story, right, or different reasons, right? But I would say for me, I would say this: I never had issues with women that I would consider a 6 or below. The challenge that I always face is that, you know, when it comes to what we would consider 8s, 9s, and 10s, you know, they tend to not be interested in serious relationships or commitment. So I'm
dancing around this shit, nigga. Come on now. We asked you, what did the bitch do?
The bitch didn't do anything. I'm giving you why I decided to, you know, become a passport bro.
Okay.
And I'm saying the 8s, 9s, and 10s. I'm saying the 8s, 9s, and 10s aren't trying to settle down. So I'm more of a marriage minded person. So that's my angle. Some guys not looking for that. Some guys, you know, want to be able to casual date at a cheaper cost. That's cool.
All right, so women do the same thing, though. So what? Yeah. So what I'm pretty much hearing from you. Hold on, I got you. So what I'm pretty much hearing from you is that the pretty bitches don't want to fuck with you. They think you're ugly. So they you have to skip town.
No. That's what I'm saying. I could smash the pretty. I'm saying.
Yeah, you saying the 6 and the 5 you ain't got no problems with.
Settle down.
What they're not.
I'm saying.
But when you go 7 and 8 and 10, bitches said no.
No, you putting words in my mouth. You putting words in my mouth. You trying to create a narrative. Anybody that seen me see anybody that seen me or seen my content.
He kind of did. No, he did say that though. You kind of did make it seem like you ain't had no problems with the lower end of women, but the higher ups you felt like look better.
Bitches want to fuck with you.
Everybody
that's basically what you said. No
complain about 8s, 9s, and 10s. It ain't just everybody complain about 8s, 9s, and 10s.
And I bet you when you go overseas, you still get the low numbers too.
No,
getting the 8, 9s, and 10s overseas.
That's why I asked them what.
Let me pause this shit right here. And check this out. Now I said this before. No excuses. If you watching this shit, bring your ass to the panel. Come to the front of the congregation.
And salute the International Eddie.
Salute. Eddie, International Eddie, the link is in the chat if you want to hit it. But check it. I said this shit before. You got motherfuckers out here going overseas. And I'm talking to the people watching YouTube. You want to see this person rocking with the 8, 9s, and 10s. But that person himself is a 1, 2, or a 3. The math don't math. 8, 9s, and 10s don't fuck with 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, and 3 is here. 8, 9, and 10 is here. So when he said that he has no problem with the 5s and the 6s, right? Because that's where you belong. You belong with the 5 and the 6s because you yourself are a 5 and a 6. Davon, let me finish. I'm gonna bring you up in a second. Davon, I hope you heard the rules. So you knew over here. So we got some rules that we put forth earlier, but the last live was kind of chaotic. So I explained the rules at the beginning of the show. I don't know if you heard it, but I'm gonna bring you up in a minute. So yeah, like I said, you yourself are 5, 6. So you say you have no problem with the 5s and 6s. You have no problem with the 5s and 6s because that's where you belong. You belong with the 5s and the 6s. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I ain't no 8, 9, and 10. I consider myself a 6 or a 7. 6 or 7 is average. You know what I'm saying? I put in the work. We put in the work to get to the top tier. You see me out here, I'm looking good, I'm smelling good, I'm in the gym, doing what I gotta do, trying to keep my money right to go to that level. You know what I'm saying? At 55 years old, I don't know if I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? My money gonna get there, but me, looks wise, I keep myself clean and all of that. So that's what it is. So potentially I can get with an 8 or a 9. I don't know about a 10, but we can get there. Salute. Davon, I'm bringing you to the stage. International Eddie, I'm bringing you to the stage. Y'all go ahead and cook. What up? What up?
So,
salute, fellas. What's going on? What's going on?
Salute.
What up, family? What up, brother?
What's going on? Chilling. So let me respond to that. I think I said this to you the other day. It's a matter of mindset. You know what I'm saying? If you remember what he said that 8s, 9s, and 10s are not willing to commit. It's not that 8s, 9s, and 10s are not willing to commit. They're not willing to commit to you. Because whatever you bring to their table, they're not willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? So you go over to Colombia or any one of these third world countries looking for an 8, 9, or 10, not realizing that 8s, 9s, or 10s, 5, 6, 7, whatever number you want to call them, is in a position where they're not really concerned about you. They're concerned about their well-being, what's going on with them. That's why they're willing to be with you at whatever cost it means for them to help out their needs and their necessities in life in general.
Do y'all hear the audio off?
What do you mean?
The
Oh, the
audio is
StreamYard.
off.
He may not hear everybody. Maybe he don't. Can you hear me, bro?
Sure, I hear you, Smoke.
You're like, I hear.
You hear me?
I hear you. He
Well,
probably you got to drop
No,
him in
it's
and out.
delayed.
yeah, maybe he can't hear. You know how StreamYard works. Sometimes some of the people can't hear everybody.
Yeah.
So maybe he's
Yeah.
gonna.
Right.
Yeah, maybe he's not tapped into video. My guy with the hat on.
Davon, I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna drop you down, and then you hit the link and try and come back up. All right?
All right.
You can hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, you good now or what?
Can you hear OGD? Can you hear Davis?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop him
it's
down.
probably a delay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you down and come back up. Turn off everything that's in the background.
Yeah. Like including YouTube. You want to pause your YouTube.
We can hear you. We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Can y'all all hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you
Cool.
Smoke.
I think it just may have been my
Cincinnati
guy.
cap. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Salute to you, bro.
Salute to International Eddie.
What up?
Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on?
Man, y'all catch me up a little bit, man. It seems interesting, man. Catch me up a little bit, man. Catch me up a little bit.
Yeah. So Gans was playing something from last week where the brother was talking about he's going out of the country to seek romance, to seek love, this, whatever the case may be, because it's not happening here in the United States. And what I was just saying was that with him, it's a matter of mindset. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that, yeah, he could pull 5, 6, 7s, this, that, and the third, but the 8, 9s, and 10s are not willing to commit. And I'm like, well, it's not that they're not willing to commit. They're not willing to commit to you.
Exactly.
Because you don't have the mindset or the wherewithal to pull an 8, 9, or 10. I mean, yes, you could say this modern day woman wants this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, if your mindset is not right, you're not going to pull an 8, 9, or 10. There's ways that you can actually pull those numbers, but you have to be real strategic about it. And you can't be like everyone else, because everyone else is chasing an 8, 9, or 10. If you're the one person out of, let's say it's a group of 10 people, and it's 2 or 3 girls in this one area that are 8, 9, 10, whatever number, whatever high ranking number it is. Of course, the majority of people, the majority of guys that's in that group is going to chase after those high ranking women. But those high ranking women are paying attention to everybody that's on the board. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 1 or 2 individuals out of that group of 10 that's not paying them no mind, that's ignoring them, that's not, all thirsty all over them, they're going to wonder why. Because remember, at the end of the day, women are emotional. They're not logical. They think sometimes with logic, but most of their actions are on operation by emotion. So when they see that, oh, this guy ain't paying me no mind, he ain't showing me that thirst, what is it about him? You know what I'm saying? So the same way with this dude, no excuses, he's saying, oh, they don't want to commit. No, they don't want to commit to you. Then when you go to these countries that are desolate, third world countries, where all the women really, not like I can say all the women, but a good portion of the women there are looking to take care of their situations. You take the Colombias, the DRs, the Thailand, even the Brazils. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about bread. You know what I'm saying? You're not finding that in Ibiza. You're not finding that in a London. You know what I'm saying? You're not finding that in these first world countries. You know what I'm saying? You're only finding this in the third. So you're going out there, and even I think he said in that same live that even the 8s, 9s, and 10s out there are not willing to commit. They're not willing to commit because of you. It's what you bring to the table. You're not bringing anything that they ain't have already seen before. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna land my plane there.
Yeah. I get it. Man, like my situation, think was a little different from the average person that travels. By the time I met Gaines, that was in Cartagena. We was at the wing spot, right?
Yes,
Like
sir.
sitting out eating some wings. By that time, I was already about 2 years solid into traveling. Now, the way I travel, I would have to say, and so I research, only about 1% of Americans travel like I do. I'm literally only in the United States about 10% of the year or less. So realistically, I travel every month in multiple locations, like every month. So I probably go to 2 countries a month on average. So I'm hardly ever at home. So I've been doing this now about 2.5 years. Man, just like what you said with the women, man, it's all about means, bro. Like I figured that out. Like especially like in the United States. Like in the United States, like, you know, I was dating doctors, lawyers, like professional women, 6 and even 7-figure women sometimes. And man, I haven't dated an American woman now in 2.5 years, actually. Like, I haven't been with one, not like no date, like sexual, none of that. But it does come back to means, man. Like it does come back to what you have, for the most part, like especially like in the first world country, like a Europe, London, stuff like that. You're not going to get the same treatment there as you would in a Cartagena or Medellin, Cuba, DR, Bolivia, in places like that. I just came back from Paraguay. I got to tell y'all about that one. It's nice though.
I definitely. Paraguay is the hidden gem.
Different.
I would say.
Yeah, different. But yeah, man, like I have to say, man, it's all about your means, bro. Like, for men, like it's always been about money for us, bro. Anyway, we supposed to be the providers or whatever you want to call it. And they supposed to just sit there and collect, I guess. Yeah, but it's always about means. It's always gonna be about the bread for us, bro, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but in America, yeah, you gotta have that bread, man. I mean, they ain't just gonna pick you up just because you think you look good. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta pull up correct, man. You gotta show out and stuff, man. But I stopped all that, bro. Honestly, bro, because man, I'm not home enough to even date, bro. Honestly, I just got back 2 days ago. Like I've been gone for 3.5 weeks. I just got back 2 days ago. I did Paraguay, Florianopolis, Brazil. Dropped down to Panama. I went over to Punta Cana to check on my property. From there, I shot back home. Like I was supposed to go to Cuba, but Trump's talking too much shit right now. So I wasn't too hard up about going back into Havana, but I've been to Cuba actually 29 times. So I wasn't too hard. Yeah. So that would have been my 30th trip. And like, I can't even front. Like literally, like when I was flying back to the United States, my ticket was still open to go to Cuba, and I'm looking at my phone go off from Copa because I usually take Copa from the DR to Havana, and it's literally going off saying, "Hey, it's time to board your flight." But I changed my mind because Trump might be going in there any day now, so I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it, man. I've been 29 times. It's cool, but it ain't that cool. But yeah, so I came on back home, man. But yeah, but Paraguay, that's one of the ones though, and untouched too. Very untouched.
That's
very untouched.
That's that hidden gem, and it's it's a pretty easy, somewhat close to flawless process for the residency.
Oh yeah, man. It's easy. Like, and I'm kind of tying in the young lady I was dealing with out there. I guess I kind of looked up because she's actually a mulatto Paraguayan, which you don't see a lot of. Like Paraguayans usually are of Spaniard descent, European descent. They're usually white. And I looked up and caught a little mix honey out there, and like she tied in with the government, and like she was, and she proved it, and I was shocked. I was like, "Oh, you really one of those ones?" And she was telling me, "Yeah, man, I get that junk done in like 2.5, 3 weeks, man." I was like, "Wow." And the requirements aren't bad. It's cheaper than trying to get residency in Panama or Colombia. It's probably a quarter of the cost.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about $1,500 to $2,000. But I'm not gonna give all the game away. But it's very untouched. You know what I'm saying? I like it though, man. For myself, I like it. I'm probably going back.
The only I've never been there. I was trying to get there last year, but I ended up going to Africa.
Mhm.
There's only one thing I just don't like is it's landlocked.
Yeah, like, but you still have your water. Like you notice there, what like so I noticed it does have a man-made beach and also
Yeah,
has a river.
yeah,
But don't forget, it's a small country. You can easily go to water like on a flight in an hour because you got
yeah.
Argentina next door, Bolivia,
Uruguay
like Uruguay and
and
Brazil.
Brazil.
Right. So it's
In
not
fact,
like
they have a
you know what I mean.
not not to cut you off. In fact, they have at the border. You could go either to Bolivia. Is a point in there where you could either go to Bolivia or
Or
Brazil because
Argentina.
it's
Or
yeah
Argentina.
right. It's right
Hmm.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, like
man. My
that'll be on
bad.
my
But
next
yeah.
video. Like so I'll be showing the area like on my next video that I drop, man.
Mhm.
But I haven't even did the edits, man, because I'm slow with video edits, man. I move around and stuff, man, and stuff. But yeah, man. As far as staying on topic, man, 8, 9s, and 10s, like in the United States, man, I haven't had very good experiences with them, bro. Um, Dated a registered dietitian chick out of Atlanta. Gorgeous. When I say gorgeous, drop off in the middle of Medellin and she'll blend in or be killing like that. And she turned out to be a little cuckoo and stuff, man. And I was like, nah. Like she was from upstate New York, a matter of fact. I forgot the name of the area, but you don't hear it too much. Is it Catskill? Like, is it a Catskill?
Catskills. Catskills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Catskills.
where Mike Tyson. That's where Mike Tyson.
Okay. Okay. She from there. Proud military, very smart, very intelligent, gorgeous, bro. Gorgeous. When I say gorgeous, probably the best looking chick I've ever had out of America was her, and she turned out to be kind of cuckoo. Well, like I said, but after my son went off to college and finished, man, I kind of disappeared, man. I just got the hell alone, bro. Like I said, bro, my suitcase is right here already packed up, my G. I can't even lie to you. I'm ready to go again right now. I come home to load up the new sneakers, you know what I'm saying, the new white t-shirts, shorts, deodorant, baby wipes, and I'm going back out, bro.
Yo, my bag stay packed.
Yes, right now. I'm
That's
talking about
that's
literally. I'm
that's
not even going front with you guys. He right there. He's right there. Yeah, yeah.
that's part of the motto of the Gangster Lifestyle.
Yes,
Bags
sir.
stay packed.
Straight up, straight up. But yeah, man, that's my little intake on that one, though. Yeah, I love it. Like across seas, but it's not sincere, man. I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop a video on that, games. I'm gonna need your help. Like, do they really love us? That's gonna be the topic. But I know the
Okay.
answer already. You know what I'm saying? But I know the answer, and then I got an actual Latino chick that's gonna jump on the video like this right here, like a live stream, and she's gonna run it to me about what she thinks about it and what she's seen. And she told me something that's crazy. Let's say the foreigners here. Let's say we got a Colombian guy that we grew up with. They get treated the same way we do, like when they go back home. So when you're a gringo regardless. Like if you're like of Colombian descent, but you live in America, you get treated just like an American. You know what I'm saying? The chick's gonna do you the same way, bro. And like, she told me some horror stories, bro. It's different though, bro. I can say that it's different. Like being an American, you're always gonna be kind of treated like that. You know what I'm saying? You're looked at like as a dollar sign regardless. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you a dollar sign, bro. So they're gonna treat you differently. Like, is it real love out there? It could be. My mentor has been married to a Dominican woman now for over 15 years. Like, I know over 15 years, but he's a white American. He's well off. He's been well off for well over 15 years. I'm sure in the millions. And she's from the middle of Dominican Republic. She's from close to La Vega.
Right.
And they had no problems. Yeah, like they have no problems with each other. Like they have no fallouts or nothing, no divorce, no, like no separations. Like he calls me and tells me everything is good. But all situations are different, man. I don't trust it across seas, though, to be honest, bro. Because I dealt with a Cartagena chick, like an Afro-Colombian, for about a year. I ain't trusted, bro. It's just something about it, bro. Something about him. But I don't trust it because I know, like, at the end of the day, like, essentially, it's about the dollar bill. But hell, like, it's the same way in America. I mean, like, they look at us for support. So, like, if you ain't no big dog, they can't support them, then you ain't gonna be number one, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, that's the way it is in 2026. Whether in America or abroad, the dating market is monetized. Salute to Coach Greg Adams. You know what I'm saying? Let me give it to Davon. Davon, salute. What up?
What up?
What's good?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm trying to be good. You know what I'm saying? No, but I was just listening to what the guy was just saying, and it's just like, that just brings me back to the point that what we were talking about in the last video. Like, basically, everything that we're trying to achieve, we still wind up in a dead end. It's like we're saying, like, oh, well, we can get these amount of chicks, or we cannot. And then at the same time, we erase the fact that you're going to go through problems with women no matter across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you got to take into the fact that it's not even about just being with a woman or a woman being with a man. You got to know where you at. You got to do the research. You got to know the laws. You got to know, you got to speak different languages. You got to communicate with these people. And then you might be in a danger zone. Like, it's funny is that I'm literally like, I know everything that everybody wants to go to outside of these countries. We have all of that right here in the United States in America. Like, there's everything that you want, the climates, everything, the atmosphere, the beaches, all of that, clear water. You could see all of that here, right here in the United States of America. You don't have to go overseas to see that.
Not in New York City, you can't.
Right, now I know New York City. I've been in New York City like 3 times, man. I've been
I've been about 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know, but I will say this. The times that I did go to New York, man, I really enjoyed myself. Now I don't know how it is now, but like I really did enjoy myself, especially when I graduated my senior year in high school, and we had a full laid out trip in New York. We went to
we did it too.
I was actually on the Montel Williams show. Like, they had me on the camera like several times in the audience. We went to Washington, D.C. We went to the Statue of Liberty. We went to Apollo, all of that. It was fun. That's before all this COVID, all of this stuff was happening. This when New York was actually like the shit for real. I mean, like, this when it was popping.
The shopping is crazy out there.
Everybody wanted to go to New York back
then.
Yeah,
but you didn't.
You
didn't go to Coney Island.
Yeah, I didn't go.
I didn't.
To see what the beaches really look like.
But I've seen how it looks, and it looks garbage.
You gotta go all the way out. You gotta go all the way out to Long Island to get some nice beaches in New York, or maybe down to Jersey, the Jersey Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you go to like places like maybe like California or Florida, you could see like
of course.
You're gonna get that vibe the way you would get out the country. Like there's a lot of places in this country, man. That's why I say a lot of times we really down this country. I'm not talking about like the relationships at this point. I'm talking about like so much access of what we have here in this country alone. We actually like experience some of the same things that we could experience outside the country. And I know this because I've been to Canada, I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Israel.
Israel, that's different.
Yeah, that's way different.
No, it's definitely different. And Israel ain't nothing but rocks and dirt, dust, sand. That's all it is.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why did you go to Israel? Because my mother went to Israel, but she went on a religious tour.
That's what it was. That's what it really was. Because, to be honest, like I've been licensed to be the priest of gospel, so they kind of like recommended me to go there. The pastor and everybody.
Okay.
Like ordained or whatever they call it.
Yeah. So like I said, my mother went to Israel. So I said, okay, you went over there, but you didn't go to Mecca. If you going for a religious tour, you got to see all of it. You got to see both sides. You got to go to Israel and you got to go to Mecca. That's just my personal opinion.
Man, I mean, I would love to go to Mecca too. Like, I would love to see all of it, but you know, just from the fact that I've been there and I was able to see, like, everything so divided, it's crazy. Like, it's like they all in one spot, but they all so divided. You got the Christians here, you got the Jews here, and you got the Muslims all right there. Like, how does that even make sense? And then you got all these people, like, literally, like, I mean, you talk about worshiping idols. Man, there's so many people that's worshiping idols there, like statues of people, all that stuff. And if you really want to go into like the scriptures, like if you even talk about the 10 Commandments, it talks about how we shouldn't even be worshiping statues and idols. Hey, but even in this country, even though we don't necessarily always, we do the same thing, but you kind of got to take your mind off that, because we idolize people. We put people on a pedestal, and this is what I'm going to go do. This is the kicker. We put women on a pedestal more than we even respect ourselves as men. We idolize women more than we idolize our own selves.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna speak to that. I'm gonna speak to that in a minute. K9, what up? Salute. Welcome to the panel. 40 in the building. 40 in the building. If you haven't done so, smash that motherfucking like button. You know what it is. You rocking with the gas lifestyle. K9, what's good with you?
What's the deal? Salute, man. I didn't hear earlier when you said you got some new rules. What are the new rules?
The new rules is no talking over one another. And we established these rules a couple weeks ago, but a certain individual by the name of Khalil Backyard Life, who said he's in the barbershop, but we know he hear us. We can't have you talking over one another. You know what I'm saying? And we going good today. So Khalil Backyard Life, if you didn't hear what me and OG Davis laid down earlier, since you are a regular around here, Khalil, when you come on the panel, if you constantly talk over everybody, we're going to put you on timeout. You know what I'm saying? For the new guys, Davon, he's new. International Eddie, he's new. Smoke always comes around here, but he been knowing the rules. If you talking over each other, making it sound chaotic, if you knew, we just going to mute your mic. But if you've been around here like Khalil, who should know the rules, we're going to put you on timeout. We're going to drop you in the back. Those are the rules.
Okay. So, Gaines over here cooking. All right. So I was just listening to the part where, dudes was talking about this kind of off topic a little bit, cause not off topic, but y'all kind of seem like y'all breeze by it. But dudes talking about baddies and all of that. My whole thing about dudes that travel and they be saying they can get a baddie in the state is crazy to me because I just feel like dudes be being delusional because any of them dudes, they never gonna post a baddie that they with in the States, for one, right? It's easy to say anything. And then secondly, what is a baddie? You know what I'm saying? Ain't beauty in the eye of the beholder? I mean, we all have an idea of what an attractive woman is, right? But it's kind of like it's almost like dudes get up here, brag about a life that they most likely don't live, and shame other dudes, and then they partake in the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it'd be crazy to me because I'm not gonna be messy and name names. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that right now, but we've even had dudes in games, that claim that they had a baddie and they girl slip up and get on camera and she's like extra mid. So it's like, what does all of that even mean anyway? You know what I'm saying? Dudes travel because the same reason. Because even if you can get a baddie, let's be real. If you're a handsome dude, right? Just say you're a decent looking dude and you got a decent job and you've had baddies before. It's not like they're plentiful. It's not like if you lose this chick you got that's an 8 or 9 or 10 that you can easily have one here next week. It don't work that way. Dudes
Nope.
travel because time is very precious. It's the most precious resource you got. And dudes get tired of their time being wasted in the United States. I land my plane.
That's 100. Anybody
Yeah,
want to
that's
respond to that?
shit.
No,
I
I'll
get on that.
respond to it real quick.
Mhm.
Let me cook. Hey, just like I said, the grass ain't always greener. It's where you water it at. So at the end of the day, you could travel all you want, but you got to realize that even though you traveling where you going, you still the issues and the problems that we got to deal with. Life is inevitable. It's literally inevitable. Like you can. I agree with vacating. Getting a clear mind, meditating, praying, whatever you got to do, but you can't escape what's inevitable. You can run, but you can't hide. And I'll land.
Yeah, you can't land yet. You got to explain that. What you mean you can run but you can't hide? What you mean? You see the brother, you seen the brother International Eddie. He already laid down what he's doing. Me right now, if it wasn't for family, I could be gone. I could bounce anytime I want and stay gone. You know what I'm saying? But I have an elderly mother that I have to take care of. You know what I'm saying? My kids are grown, but my daughter, I still run her back and forth. So I have issues at home that keep me here. But I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? If it
No,
wasn't for
no,
that, I could stay gone for months on
no, I
end.
get it. I get it, man, because I've been through the same thing. Like I told y'all already in my last video, my mother and grandmother was like dying. Like they were both. My grandmother was dead, dying. She was in her 90s, and my mother passed away like 9 days after her. So I understand all that, and I had to make a decision. You know, out of me being the oldest out of my brother, because my brother, he was on the other side of town. He had things he had to take care of. He was married, all of that, So I had to be the one that stepped up, even though I was married. You know what I'm saying? I had to step up and take care. Because I'm just like this. Like, you definitely got to honor your parents. Like, if they did everything they was supposed to do for you, my parents wasn't, rich. They worked together. It wasn't about no 50-50 or 100 or 100. And that's why I don't understand why people keep talking about this stuff nowadays, because it was just like, well, whoever had it, they had it, and they worked together. Like, people be so caught up in their feelings that they don't understand they got a responsibility they got to take care of.
You know,
And then
well,
on top of that,
that's a
you got
that's
children.
that's a that's
So
a that's a Kevin Samuels talking point, the 50-50. But salute to him. But go ahead, continue.
no, but I'm just saying, like, we have never lived. I don't remember anybody in our race literally had solely a man taking 100% of the bills all the time. Not in our race. Like, if you go back to the plantations, the women was working with the men. And even after that, we were so-called free, the women was still working in our race. I
Well,
never seen it. I never
there's
seen a lot of people around me that was doing that. It was always us working together. And we literally got away from the village. That's why that's why it's not about the masculinity and all that being cancerous. No, it's cancerous because we are divided. We're off balance as women and men. We got
well,
away from what we were. And soon as we thought that we had some type of freedom and we could get off that plantation, we ran with it and took it off, and we ran with a hell of the basket.
I wanna touch on that topic if I may, like after you're done, brother.
okay.
No,
You can go ahead. Let me say salute. I've been seeing this cash app from Stephen Smith. Salute, appreciate it for the $5 cash app. Go ahead.
Well, so like my brother said, it's a lot of guys um that travel, for the women and all that kind of stuff. My situation was different. My situation, I like to say, was very unique from a lot of other gentlemen that travel the way I do or similar to the way I do. Um, I was a single parent for a long time. I was a single father. My son was a five-star athlete out of Georgia. Did wrestling, football, and track and field. Since he was able to. So I had my son since about third grade. And, like he was with me all the way until college. And then he went off, but he was still back and forth. So my thing was this. I was so active with my son from, rec ball, middle school, all the way up to high school to college. I was so active with him that I didn't exactly invest my time in women like in America. I didn't do the, get engaged, let's get married, get to know you. I had women around for convenience. You feel me? So, and another point is, I always listen to my OGs like growing up. I always place myself around older men. And like when I say place myself around them, it wasn't just, talking on the phone. I was around them. Like I was in their homes. I knew their wives, kids, stuff like that. And I seen the experiences that they went through, some of them, like with their wife, as far as divorce, fights, jail time, like domestic abuse. And always what old people call, I always took heed. So like instead of just looking, I was learning. And the point is, I kind of covered my heart, right? So boom, years go on. Now I'm here, like I started my construction company, like it done well, and it enables me to travel freely without having to be home, right? So that's what I've done. And I just really never look back because by the time I've done all this, like I kind of said to myself in a sense, like, what can an American woman do for me now? Because I'm not searching for what a lot of guys like in America are looking for out of a woman. Like I don't need anybody to be a nurturer, like cook, clean, all that. Because like evidently I know how to do that, right? Like I had a like 6'1", 289 pound son. So I had to know how to cook because you can't feed them fast food all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I just got the hell on, bro, because I already know this is most likely this is the situation you're going to go through dating here in America, looking for love, marriage, or whatever. So if you travel, is more like, of course, we know, like in these Latin countries, they're still more feminine, right? Um, like the first time I had dated a chick, like in Cartagena, like I'm saying, we had went out to dinner. We came back to my condo. I was in Palmetto Sunset, right?
Where'd you go? The Restaurante Anna?
I went to the one, was it Cialis 7 or 7 Cialis, something like that. The upstairs joint, you gotta get on the elevator, go upstairs.
Nah, I
That's to the
never been.
restaurant.
I never been there. I go to Restaurante
Yeah.
Anna. You talking about the rooftop? There's a rooftop joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So I took her there. Nice little Afro-Colombian, beautiful, gorgeous teacher. So we got back to my spot, bro. This what impressed me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we walked in the front door. Like I tell this story all the time. I tell it at least once or twice a month. So we got to my condo, like Palmetto Sunset, right? Got in there. Of course, opened the door, walked in. So I walked to my living room. You know, I kicked the shoes off. I walked to my couch. So I looked behind me, and she wasn't there. All I heard was the water running, like in my kitchen. Bro, the chicken there washing my dirty dishes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hold on, bro. So is you like did you want something to drink and we didn't have no more bottles, or you just you in here doing it because that's who you is? And that's what really got me, bro. Like, I mean, like, I don't know, lovey-dove and love shit, but the appreciation of that. You feel me? I appreciated that shit. Like, there was some new shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was dating in America, which I didn't do much, she wasn't getting nothing like that, bro. Shit, you was getting, let's go out to eat. Then, you know, let's go kick it at the club. Let's go to strip club. I'm chilling, man. I'm not doing all that, bro. I spent 20,000 strip clubs before. I'm not with all that. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. So that's what kind of got me. But I travel for peace of mind. Like, am I looking for love? No. Because I'm smarter than that. Like, can I find love? Yeah, but I mean, it's not gonna be easy, bro. Like I said, you got to know the language, bro. You got to get around the family, bro. You got to see who she really is. It's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, man. Like, yeah, but I'm year round with it, bro. I'm
Okay.
yeah, like I'm every month with it, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just what what I've been allowed to do over the years. You know, I'm saying, but I love it abroad, man. I love being away, man. You know, Panama's a vibe, bro. Y'all check out Panama too. That's a vibe. Y'all check that one out, bro. That's some new
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
That's some old new. You know what I'm saying? That's some old new. Like, it's been around.
Yeah. It's been around.
Yeah, it's been around, but it's that in Paraguay or Paraguay, however you want to pronounce it. You know, that's a good business vibe, man. Y'all make sure to get on that, man. You know, but it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So don't think you're gonna go to Paraguay and get action like a Cartagena or a Medellin or Venezuela or DR, Central America. You're not gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's there, but it's not there. I mean, like, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I need on that part, though. So yeah, yeah.
And salute the vibing with Misha. You see what she said. What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like button. 40 people in the building. You heard what she said. Hit that motherfucking like button. Stomp on that motherfucking like button. Yeah.
Man, I just
Listen.
wanted to say something.
Hold on for a second, because I'm getting ready to cook. And then I'm gonna let y'all take it from there. The stove been warming up for a minute. Salute the player with a passport. He's in the chat. And me and him had a conversation the other day. So when we go into these countries, right? Motherfuckers talking about prostitute this, working girl this, pro that. You know what I'm saying? This is what y'all dudes got to understand. At the end of the day, she's still a woman. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we understand that she's a working girl, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman, right? So they say, yo, Gans, why you be going to these countries? You be dressed, you be smelling nice and all this shit. Listen, that's just me. I'm a fly nigga. That's what I've always been. I've been like that since I was 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? I like to look good and I like to smell even
Smell
better.
good. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I like to look good and smell even better. So like I said, at the end of the day, you have to understand that she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to attract female nature. So when these guys out here and K9, you see him, listen, you see him in this what we call this travel space. I can't remember what OG Davis called it, but he'll get back on here and he'll tell y'all again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a travel space. But when you guys go to these places, you know what I'm saying? When you go out here and get with the chick, she trying to get her money and bounce. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that kind of energy. They asking me, can they stay? You know what I'm saying? So now at the end of the day, yes, all men have to pay, but I get a different kind of, me and men that move like me get a different kind of energy, because when she sees me, the aura that she sees is a man, not a male, a man. Like I said, I'm dressed nice and I'm smelling good. Now, what do I mean by dressed nice? That doesn't mean that I got on a suit all the time. 9 times out of 10, International Eddie, he see me in Cartagena. 9 times out of 10, I got on either flip-flops, pair of sneakers, know what I'm saying? Not basketball shorts, like the Nike shorts, the workout shorts. The I forgot what they call it. And a t-shirt, white t-shirt.
Yeah.
The dry fit shorts. You know what I'm saying? Because they nice and thin, they cool. I don't rock basketball shorts no more. That was in my late 30s, early 40s. We don't do that shit over here no more. That shit played out. Right? We grown men over here. So you see the dry fit shorts. You know what I'm saying? White t-shirts or maybe a dry fit t-shirt. So I move like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I change up my whole energy going to these countries and I get a different outcome. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she's still a woman and you have to appeal to that female nature. And she understands, she knows a man when she sees it, because he's carrying himself different from these dudes over here. So like I said, I get a different reaction. That's that player shit. That's the type of shit that we talking over here at the Gangster Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Sunday Night Smoke. He dropped off the panel. Smoke, I got to give you some pushback. I heard you say earlier, the dude was saying, yo, he got to go get new sneakers, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I ain't telling y'all to blow all your money on Jordans and all of this shit. Don't blow your money on the colognes like I do. Salute. Yo, Baccarat, that's the scent of the day. For those of y'all who know, y'all know how much this costs. You know how much this costs.
I'm right at 5 on him.
This is for bosses. You know what I'm saying? But listen, what I say, look like a grown man that's about his business. You know what I'm saying? The basketball shorts and all of that shit, that shit is for a certain age. When we getting up here in our late 40s and 50s, we gotta move and carry ourselves in a different way. Salute the noose. You know what I'm saying? So that's the groundwork that I'm trying to lay down for y'all. This is what me and OG Davis is talking about over here. Grown man shit.
Yeah, I want to touch on that when you're done.
Gaines, real quick. If you get a nice spot, that shit is helpful too. Like, because if you know, like some dude,
of course,
go and stay in a little shack or some some raggedy shit. I'm not gonna say that's end all be all, but it's definitely gonna set the stage right for a good outcome if you got a decent spot, bro, when you're traveling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that right there, that's the cherry on top of everything that I said. You got a lot of dudes traveling out there. They going to get these places and they sleeping on a twin bed. I ain't slept on a twin bed since I was 22 years old. It's queen size and better. Go ahead. Give me the pushback.
Give a little pushback on that, man. Like I said, man, in the video. It's the 3 C's: the confidence, charisma, and charm. Like you can get anything in the world if you got that. Like you could wear a fucking garbage bag,
No, you can't.
you'll get
No, you can't.
the top tier so-called baddies. You know, a lot of times, like what we say is baddies. A lot of times they got badass attitudes.
Yeah, I
And
get that. I get that part.
the craziest thing about that is that like I done been there, done that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 43 years old, man. I done had the fives, the sixes, the nines, tens. It doesn't even matter where you stay. If you man, I'm gonna just let me be a little bit more transparent. Hey
You can be
man,
transparent, but let me show you.
I'm gonna
Let me
be
show you
I'm
this.
gonna
You not getting her. You not getting her wearing a garbage bag. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
bro, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I done wore worse. I didn't like didn't always smell the best sometimes. And I'll be real, man. When I really stood up to a woman and let her know and looked her in her eye and I told her that I want her, me and my homies, we used to do this back in the day. We used to sit up. I personally used to do it. If I saw a chick I really liked and I walked up to her, all I had to say was 3 words: I want you. Literally in her eyes, I want you.
I
And
gotta. I gotta ask you.
like you start asking questions like, how do you want me and all that. That's when you get their mind going. Like, it's a mind game. This is what I'm saying. Like, it ain't even about what really you got. Women, for real, you got to know the nature of women. They are hypergamous, but at the same time, they don't really care about the money. They don't really care about none of that. They just really, it's all about what you say to them. It's what you gotta. It's more than what you like. We always talking about getting it in and having sex, boom, bam, bam, this. But if you can get to their mind, you can get to them in every other way. Like that's what like a lot of guys. I think most guys know that, but at the same time, where they fell at is that they they pedestalize the woman too much. That's
But
what
you're
I was
not
trying
gonna
to
get
say.
your mind not smelling the best, not looking the best, not standing no raggedy stuff. You're not gonna,
Bruh,
bro.
no, you don't always gotta do that because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be real. How many women are doing that? How many
OG
women?
Davis.
No, like I'm just being real, and I'm speaking on some OG shit. Like, how many women are always smelling the best? How many women are taking care of their shit down there? Like I
Listen,
used to do,
you bet.
I like, bro. Like I'm just being real. I'm just being cool on some real shit. Like I used to years ago when I was in my early 20s. At times I would do temp agency services and I'd do custodial work. You know where the nastiest bathrooms was the woman's bathroom, bro. Let's just keep it G. Let's keep it real. And I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, 513 from the nasty natty. And we could be the nastiest, baby. Like, I'ma
Okay.
tell you, like these women be trifling, man. Like the kids be nasty, everything. But you want to talk about the men one? No, I'm going to operate. I play the beat to my own drum. If I see that you a woman and I like you and I see you ain't doing, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, you know what? You ain't got everything together, so why you judging me? Like, I'm not gonna always come up with no suit and tie and wearing the best cologne or whatever. 9 times out of 10, the brands is just a brand. You paying for the brand. You're not paying
Listen,
for the
I ain't saying you
quality.
gotta.
You're
I ain't
not
saying
paying
you
for
got.
the quality.
I'm not talking about brands. I'm talking about how you carrying yourself.
know
vibing
what
with
I'm
Misha,
saying?
vibing with Misha, that link is for you because I see
No,
we need a woman's opinion on this.
no. I know. I definitely agree with what you're saying to some sort of degree. That's why I said I'm gonna give you a little pushback because I know you got to do that. Ever since I was a teenager, I had to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. When I was a little boy, I didn't even understand why girls like me for real. I used to look in the mirror like, why these girls like me for real? Why are they chasing after me? Why are they doing this? You know, and then when I got myself together, I started to realize, and I wasn't looking the best. I wasn't smelling the best. I was just a boy.
Cause
That's
we
what I'm
come
trying
on,
to
we
say.
you say you in your
That's what I'm
40s,
trying to
man,
say.
so
That's
you
what
not,
no.
I'm
But
saying,
but the
especially
point.
when you young like
The
that,
point.
when you older, it's like, come on, bro, you gotta carry yourself like a mature man, bro. They
You
not.
still gotta control yourself like a young man, but you have to realize at the end of the day, these women still are going, no matter what. They y'all talking about the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Bums. You know that they still getting pussy too?
Guess what?
Not the box they desire. They get what they
I
can
don't
get.
It
want.
may not be
I don't
it may not be
listen.
the boss they desire, but they still
Listen.
getting some. And sometimes they get more pussy than a married man. Because I know men that's been married for
Listen.
years,
We not.
and then a married woman cut them off from sex. And they
Listen.
doing every
I'm
bro,
not.
I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna give you no pushback on that because I know they out here getting it. But guess what? I don't want the woman he's. I don't want the woman he's getting, and she might be a doctor or a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But something's wrong in her mind. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be corrected. Like you said, you got to speak to her mind. And I want OG Davis to take on that topic because he speaks on that. But you got to speak to her mind. See, you know what I'm saying? Her mind is all twisted up. Even though
Right.
she might be on the level doctor, lawyer, physician, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We just found out this other chick over here, she giving these chicks all this advice. Um, Fake Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She a fake
Dr.
doctor.
Cheyenne, yup.
She a fake
Yup.
doctor.
Right.
Her whole shit is
Exactly.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I know that they be going that the Pookies and the Ray Rays, as you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? I know that they get them, right? But like I said, I don't want that woman. You get what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
going after her. Like we say over in the travel space, international Eddie, you might have to help
But
me
how
with
do
it.
we know? But,
Hold on for a
but
second. Hold on. Let me
Got
finish.
something to say.
International Eddie, you might have to help me with it. We talk about um go where you're desired.
Shit. Man. So my thing is this, bro. Like it's not for everybody. I'm gonna start off like that. I don't even know about the Pookers and the Ray Rays. Like, I'm not trying to be
Me neither.
nonchalant,
Me neither.
act like I'm all that. But I feel like, and I think a lot of other people in this world would agree that knows me. I feel like, honestly, that's not even in my world. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know nothing about them guys. And to get on your subject about the colognes, fellas, if you don't want to spend the $500 on the Baccarat, let me give you two more suggestions. You can get the Louis Vuitton Imagine for about $3, or you can get the Sauvage Dior, man. Get the Sauvage Dior Elixir. You said
No.
don't give it to him. You said don't
No.
give it to
Not
him. Don't do it.
man,
no.
I'm about to
Hold
show
on.
y'all
Hold
some
on.
shit.
Hold on. Hold
I'm
on.
about to
Hold on.
show
Go
y'all some
International
ahead. Go
Eddie.
shit.
ahead. I mean,
I'm
correct me
about
or
to
tell
show
me
y'all.
what's up. I mean, am I not supposed to
I'm
give it
about
to
to
him or
show
what?
y'all some shit right here.
What is
This is
that?
shit I
Hold
got.
on. Let me hold on.
This
Hold
is
on.
shit I got.
Yeah, zoom in on that. Let me see. Because the
And
Trying
I
to
Bible
got
zoom
it
in.
don't
right
even.
after of Toomey. And as soon as
Damn,
I walked in,
why I can't zoom in on that?
Because it's straight up, I feel you. Go and been using it.
Okay.
I got it right off of Toomey. I ain't had to spend a lot of money on it, but this smells like I'm rich. I literally walked. towards women every time, and they say, "Oh, you smell good." Like, and I didn't even have to pay $20 for this shit. That's what I'm saying. You're paying more for the brand. The same people that's making the shit that we buy, you're paying more for the brand than you do for the quality. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
Hold on. Y'all keep cooking. I'm gonna show y'all something. Go ahead.
no, I'm just being real, man. Like, sometimes we'll pay more for poor quality. And I'm not saying that what y'all talking about is poor quality, because of course these brands been out for like decades, probably more than that. So, but I'm saying is that you can't always go by that, because like I just put the cologne right up to my face and I could smell it through the bottle. And it lasts long all day. It's all on you all day. Like, it doesn't waver, nothing.
I'm sure you can find some cologne that's good, that don't cost a bunch of money. You're absolutely right about that. I mean, you could get, it's not just because you spend a lot of money on something, don't make it valuable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't make it really, you know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get what you pay for. So it kind of just depends. You know what I mean?
Let me show y'all something. Like I said, the scent of the day, Baccarat 540, right?
Gotta have it. It's in the
But you
suitcase
see
right
that?
now.
You see that right there?
The plays, huh?
Al Harmain, Amber Oud Ruby. You see the price on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not that bread. It's not that much.
$38. That's the same exact scent as the $500 Baccarat 540. Know what I'm saying? So the Baccarat 540, I spent that bread on it, but this right here give you the same thing. Al Haman Amber Oud. The Amber Oud Ruby comes in a red bottle. You see what it is? You know what I'm saying? For $40.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
not even a bad price at all for that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I've been to the Bulgari, the Versace, the Burberry, all that. But like, even when I said, the cologne that I just showed y'all, like, it smells just as good, probably even better than the colognes that I bought in my previous years. That's what I'm saying.
Mm. Yeah. I like Sauvage Dior as just to get around.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you reminded me. I knew there was something that I had to speak about.
Yeah. Go ahead. The elixir. Go ahead. That's my go-to because it's, to me, the price don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to be braggadocious, I don't look at prices like anymore. I feel like the quality that you get and quantity of it, like for the price, which what averages about 225, 250.
Damn, they still
I
want
like
that much for Sauvage Elixir?
Sauvage Dior Elixir. That's the higher end. Well, don't forget you got the
I
regular
know,
elixir,
I
then the
know, I know
perfume,
what it
all that.
is.
Yeah,
I know what
so
it is.
for how long it lasts, just to travel with it or whatever, not always spray the Baccarat and stuff like that. Like then the Louis Vuitton Imagine, that's a good one. Kind of on the sweet side, but it's still kind of masculine.
I got you on the Louis Vuitton Imagination. I got
Yeah,
you on that.
Yeah.
you see what
But
I
check
got?
it.
Yeah, the Creed Advantage.
Creed.
It's not the Advantage. I got the Advantage.
I got that one too.
Yeah, yep. And that's him. That's
But
about 500 as well. It's about 5, I
but
believe.
International Eddie, I'm about to hurt your heart.
Go ahead.
Dior Sauvage. I don't care which one it is.
Okay.
The Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, or the Elixir. I don't give a fuck which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Once the Mexicans and the Africans start wearing that shit, stop.
Like, I didn't know they was wearing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be that close to them.
Listen,
I have about 10 hours of work to do.
and I've said this on another panel. I've said this on what's his name? I forgot his name. The dude down in Cali, Colombia. I said it on his panel. He had a cologne line, right?
Mm.
Dior Sauvage was a good set at a good time, right?
Mm.
The problem is it was too good for the price.
Yeah, like
You
I
get
feel
what I'm
like it should
saying?
have been up there. I feel
It's the
like it should have
second.
been a 500. Like I feel
It's
like
the
it should have been a
second.
500.
It's the second best thing. It's the second best thing to Creed Adventures, right? But that's the problem.
Right there
Everybody
with it.
got it.
That's the problem.
Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Know what I'm saying? So
What bottle was that, Gaines?
Huh?
What was that bottle called you just said that everybody got?
Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage.
Yeah, like
right?
Dior Sauvage elixir. That's the
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Mm.
Right? It doesn't matter. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I don't want to walk into the building smelling like everybody else. And everybody gonna be rocking Dior Sauvage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So shout out to my man Deshaun. Y'all don't know Deshaun. He's a cat from around my way. Went to a function. I stepped up in it. He was like, "Yo, you rocking Dior Sauvage?" I said, "Yeah." How you know? He was like, "Come on, man. Come on, man." So dudes who know, you not turning no heads when you rocking Dior Sauvage because everybody got it. Yeah, you gonna smell nice, but guess what? When you rocking with a chick, she gonna know. Oh, you wearing Dior Sauvage.
Yeah, like the chicks do be knowing. Like even when I be in Cuba, they know. Like, they call it.
They know.
They call it the double scent or something like that.
Hold on. If they know about it in Cuba, you should definitely stop wearing it.
All right, let me ask you this: do y'all think
that was the point I was trying to make. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like you know, the cologne. Like I've always been different. I wear shit different. I don't buy everything. And I don't want everybody to know necessarily what I'm buying because of the simple fact, if I get it, then everybody else, it might become a trend, you know, and everybody else might want to get it. So a lot of times I would do shit differently. I would like buy something that's different, like the cologne I just showed y'all, like, and it will smell like a total different fragrance from anybody else's, but it smells just as good or better. And I didn't have to spend too much money for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, and what the funniest thing is that I'm literally looking at now what this young lady is saying about the trash bag thing, wearing a trash bag thing, because I said it, but you know how many people, you know how many men I literally seen a woman comment on some podcast. It was talking, and she commented, and she said she married a homeless man, and they've been married and happily married for a long time.
Homosexual.
Huh?
Homosexual. Homosexual.
Homosexual. But at the same time, he's married. They're married.
Guess what? You know why she's married to him? Because she controls the relationship. She controls the household. See, these women in America want to be in control. They want to be the boss. Know what I'm saying? Listen, that guy's not bringing nothing to the table. And then, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways. So don't get me wrong on this. She gets him on his feet. He might leave her for something better. But listen, it goes both ways. If you build up a chick, she gonna leave you for something better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, she married him because she controls the relationship.
No, you definitely right.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
Right about that, brother. I know.
Let me tell you something.
You cook it right now. You cook it.
In my household, It's only one boss, and that's me. The
That's your
HNIC.
yeah. You talking that talk now, boy. As soon as he get off this line,
Hey,
yes,
soon as
boss.
soon as this
But
bro
see,
walks that door, he
hey,
gonna be like, all right, fellas, I gotta go.
hey,
I'll get
hey,
that y'all
All
hey,
right,
tomorrow.
all right.
Hey,
Salute, K9.
but it's crazy is that it's crazy how we all switch up though. It's not only the man or the woman, it's both of us. It's like, okay, we get too comfortable. That's the thing. I tell people this. I do my own live streams. I do my short videos. I'm trying to work this whole thing out on YouTube. But I literally like be telling people, I be hipping people to the game. Like, and I really technically trying to rebuild the true church. Cause I feel like there's a lot of false prophets out here and they don't really want to come out here and tell the truth. And they ain't willing to die for the truth. And this is the reason why, like, I came on this your panel again, because, and I appreciate you having me here again because of the simple fact you keeping it real. Like I like talking to people like this. Like, it's sad that I was only like 20 something years old. I was talking to an older man. He literally told me, he looked me dead in my eyes. And he literally said, man, we was more free when we was in chains. That's what he
Yeah.
literally said to me. It was an older man, probably in the 60s and 70s at that time. And he was like, I don't even know where he is. He could be possibly dead. And I had the best conversations with him. And I was in my early 20s. And mid to early 20s. And he literally said that to me. And I had to look back and think about that. And I said, like, he's right. Because when we felt like we were free, we went against one another as a people.
Got
And
you.
we're not
Got you.
necessarily free. Even though we say this country is even free, we're not free even in this country. Because if that's the case, we wouldn't be monitorized about what we say. We wouldn't have to it wouldn't be a muzzle over our mouth or whatever. It's still slavery. It's modern day
Of course.
slavery.
Of course. And that's what my whole soliloquy was about earlier. YouTube is paying slave wages. That's why, listen, I don't push this. I don't give YouTube a whole lot of my energy. I got other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I come on here, but we come on here to drop a little bit of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you said. We try our best to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? You got people in this spaces that say, yo, Gan's lying, this, that, and the third. Listen, OG Davis knows me in person. International Eddie has met me. Anybody, Jersey Hitter, I saw him in the chat earlier. He's met me. He's hung out with me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who knows me, K9 met me.
He just tried to leave me off there. Thank you for you
I thought you dropped off, K9.
Nah, I'm here.
Okay, but anybody who has met me in person will tell you, yo, Gan's the same person in real life that he is online. Listen, I can only be me. I don't know how to be nobody else. So
exactly.
when you hear me talking shit, I talk shit like this in real life. This is me.
Right.
And OG Davis, I told her this morning, contrary to what you think, I am the head nigger in charge.
And she laughed at you.
But see, that's the
thing. Yo, OG Davis. I told you on the back end. Pause. I told you on the back end. I have to tell another friend of ours who's the Hefe. Contrary to what you think, nigga, I am the head nigger in charge.
But see, that's the thing. Like, that's where I think a lot of us men, like, we mess up at, because we get lost in the sauce. Like we get too comfortable, but women really like it when you're not as comfortable with them, especially nowadays. You can't be predictable. Like you can't like let women know everything you're doing. Now I know sometimes when you're married, like you're gonna probably tell your wife certain things, but then at the same time, you gotta shock them. You gotta surprise them. You gotta be spontaneous. You can't be on no like, I got this woman and she ain't gonna never leave me. She ain't gonna never do this or do that. You gotta let her know, like, at the end of the day, this as much as you can leave me, I can leave you too. Just like you said, you the head nigga in charge. That's how you gotta let these women know. It don't matter if you married or not.
You gotta listen. You gotta stand on your 2 feet, like the blind man told Goldie. It's the mind. It's all about the mind. That's where it's
OG
all at.
OG Davis. That's why when he was talking about you got to speak to their mind. That's why I wanted you to take that.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah, I
about the
just said
mind.
that. Yeah, I literally just
Yeah,
said that.
yeah, it's all about the mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't see if you like. Okay, I joke with him. He the head NIC. You know what I'm saying? He the head. You know what I'm saying? But
HNIC.
yeah, whatever. However you the acronym, whatever. I try
The
not to
head
use the
nigga
N
in
word.
charge. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
I've been working the last year on not using the N word. But here's the thing. You know, it teamwork make a dream work. You know what I'm saying? I always look at back in the days, how the dynamic used to be where the man used to go out and work and, take care of the family, come home, the woman was home. You never had to worry about daycare because the woman was there. You never had to worry about the house being dirty because the woman took care of the house. It was like, it was her place, her management, her occupation was the head of the house, not the household, the head of the house. You know what I'm saying? She made it comfortable for the man. She made it comfortable for the children. She's a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? She's always about nurturing people. So when a man went out there all day working in the fields, whatever he did, he came home. The house was nurturing. He had a plate of food. He had his PJs out. She had the bath water running, whatever the case may be. And it was never a problem. Now, in today's time, things are different. Feminist movement happened. All this, I can go into a whole spiel about that. So you got this 2026 landscape where the woman wants to be just as equal as the man. And, you got a lot of feminine men out there, but you still got men like us that's on this panel that are real men that take responsibility, you know what I'm saying, for themselves, and that's what women respect. Women respect men that handle themselves, that take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'm looking at it now with the trash bag, and I think Bobby when Misha said something about smell good, look good, all that. The whole thing is what does a woman like? What does an 8, 9, and 10 like? 8, 9, and 10 likes a dude that ain't thirsty. 8,
Right.
9, and 10 likes a dude that puts his foot down. That says,
Exactly.
yeah, all right, you're going to do what you're going to do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Get to stepping. You on
And
your
you could
Martin
be
tip. Get to
trash.
stepping.
And you could be
Yeah, you.
trash. You could look. You could be. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to
Nah,
kind
you
of
good.
intervene. I kind of want to intervene. When I'm talking about being a trash bag, wearing a trash bag is metaphoric, because you could be
Absolutely.
trash. You could be trash, but these women still might give you that ass, and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
At the end of the
Right.
day, like if you like a lot of times with men, like I think what we're doing is we're kind of shifting it from like how the true masculinity of what men are, because they're trying to push us to emasculate us as who we are truly as men. Like men have always liked women. Men have always wanted more women. Now I'm not saying that if you both agree on a monogamous relationship, then that, you know, that's cool. But at the same time, how many women are really truly doing that? Even after they get married, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't, the math ain't mathing. The common sense ain't common sensing no more, especially in 2026. It's like everybody just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Excuse my French, but I'm just going to be plain simple. And like I said, I'm a licensed minister, but I'm going to be raw. I'm not going to be that minister to tell you that everything is going to be great. I'm going to be that one to preach the gospel and tell you to hope for the best, but also be prepared for the worst.
That's fact.
Like all these prosperity preachers, these false, oh, you do everything you're supposed to, put the money in the pot, you're going to be blessed tenfold. Man, forget all y'all. Like, y'all been robbing us and scamming us for years. And that's why it ain't that many men in the place of worship. You got women in more in the church, and they dressing like hoes, like they just came off the streets.
Well, let's remember this. Let's remember this. You know, the pulpit is the pimp pit. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, and not everybody that's in the pulpit is meant to be at the pulpit. You know, if you want to go in that direction, it's just like the body. Every part is intricate for the body to operate at its full optimal position. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the church. Everybody's not meant to be at the pulpit. A lot of people that are at the pulpit, they're nothing but reformed pimps, just running the same game. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men that know the game, a lot of men that know how that goes, that's why they're not there. You know what I'm saying? When you go into a church, you know, there's two functions of a church. One is to heal the sick, two is to prepare and teach those how to be in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. It's a school. It's not a school for you to stay in all the time. It's a school for you to go through the process to learn how to move and navigate in this life so that you will reach your Christ likeness, your Christ consciousness, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
It's all the same game, though. Like,
it's all the same
game.
Right, but you got, listen, at the same time, you got to understand the game.
I know
you got to understand the game. There you go.
That's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm talking to y'all, right? Because I know about it and I understand what women, how women operate. That's why I don't know. I can't see her name. She's talking about, oh, you got to have the bag. But the whole reason why women are in the church, because they think that they're going to get the bag or they're going to get their Boaz. And I don't know if y'all know anything about the book of Ruth. But if you go about the book of Ruth, and all these women say, oh, I want to get my Boaz. But a lot of y'all are going to get a Hosea. And not no Boaz.
You're going to go there with Hosea. Uh-oh. You're going to go there with Hosea.
Hosea. And it's funny is because his name is Hosea. I just don't even like. I break down the scriptures and I think about things. His name is Hosea. Hosea's wife was a promiscuous, hypergamous wife.
Absolutely.
Woman. He married her, and he did what he had to do, and he stayed with her still. Even though she was being slutted out, she was basically on an auction to be a hoe.
Yeah, well,
his name wasn't Hosea for no reason.
Yeah, and her name was Gomer.
And then all these women talking about, I'm gonna get my Boaz. The only way you gonna get a Boaz, because Boaz was playing the field.
Uh-huh.
He was a rich man. He could get any woman he wanted. And I guarantee he was probably dibbling and dabbling But when he saw Ruth, she was submissive. She was cooperative. She wasn't being combative. She did everything, and she lost her husband. Her husband died. She got remarried to a Boaz, because she knew what it was to be a wife. Mm-hmm. And her mother-in-law, Naomi, which is my mother's name, God rest her soul, is the same thing that my mother, that the Naomi was doing in that Bible, in that scripture, is the same thing my mother was doing that I knew. And that's why I can speak the way I speak, because I seen my mother that had a biblical name, and she was doing that for my father, not only my father, but her children. They they didn't have a lot of money. It took them a long time to pay this house off that I'm staying in right now. I'm staying with my dad. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Like, I done been married, man. I ain't going into detail about nothing I had to go through, but I had to make sacrifices because at the end of the day, man, I had to be there for my parents too. I'm not just going to be there for my wife. I love her dearly still after we had irreconcilable differences. But at the same time, if you're not going to ride with me, if you're not going to listen to me, and you know my parents are going through issues, and you know my mother is about to die, then I got to leave. I got to do what I got to do as a man. I got to take care of my parents.
That's facts.
I got to take care of my parents because they're the ones that brought life to me.
That's facts. Salute. Yo, 36 people in the building. Know what I'm saying? All is welcome. Know what I'm saying? It's Big Gans. You rocking with the Ganser lifestyle. Like I said, all is welcome. But when you come, there's a welcome mat. And I need you to wipe your feet off on that welcome mat when you come to the Ganser lifestyle. That welcome mat is the like button. Smash that motherfucking like button. You know how we do over here. OGD.
Yo, did you talk about that topic I kept telling you not to?
We getting ready to get into it right now.
Okay. And salute to everybody on the panel. International Eddie, Devon, K9. We happy to have y'all. Definitely chime in. You know what I'm saying? Well, he about to talk about, I told him not to talk about it. I told him not to, but he gonna go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. First and foremost, salute to International Zoe. Zoe, if you in the building, you're welcome to join the panel.
Salute to Zoe.
Zoe had a live yesterday, right? And he was talking about going to different countries and whatever. Listen. Let me just play the part for y'all.
Well, could you put it in context?
Fair use. Now, he was talking about the element that's coming to these different countries.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? And I talked about the responsibility that us as YouTubers have in it. Right? So let's get to it. Let me just play. Let me play for y'all what he said.
Curious. This is he's so. Would you recommend he go back for
Can y'all hear that?
First time in South America.
Poquito.
Jules, what up? Yeah, like a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you come to Quito and other places.
Hold on, let me see it. Let me see it.
Go for it.
I didn't really want to pull up his video because I'm cool with Zoe, but we just using it as a talking point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me while you do that, let me
explain it. Yeah.
Let me bring up context. Okay. What happened was he was on live, he was waiting for his next flight. So it was basically like a Q&A, so to speak. And he was talking about the main the main idea or the main event of the subject matter was dealing with women in Brazil. So somebody asked him a question that what would be the first place? Like, would you suggest going to Ecuador as the first place in South America, first time travel, whatever the traveler and whatever the case may be? So he
Yeah.
basically told them that he wouldn't recommend it because you know if you want to go somewhere, if you want to get your feet wet, basically go somewhere like a Colombia or DR or something like that. He said the only thing is because he said what people been trying to find out about Ecuador is what's the nightlife like, what's the red light districts are about, is there any red light district, and it's like why do y'all keep looking for that? Like, I'm not even on that type of time no more. Like, I'm not putting out videos to show y'all the nightlife and all that. I'm showing y'all me going to the sites, the wonders of the world, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, play it.
Yeah,
Fair
I got it.
use.
Fair use. I got it ready.
All right, go ahead.
Hiking and all that stuff. Yes, but this is there's to me for first timers, I would pick Peru over Quito. Um, Chile is cool too. Like to me, it wouldn't make a difference if you went to Chile, if you went to Argentina, if you went to Lima, I mean Peru, or if you went to Ecuador. Like it really not going to make that much of a difference. Quito's not really dangerous. They say it is, but you're not going to see it. You're going to stay in the best neighborhoods. And Quito shuts down early because they still like have a curfew right now. So it's not a lot going on in Quito. You know, I come here to chill and be the thing I like, it ain't nobody else here. It ain't spoiled by Americans.
Everybody
It
mute your
ain't
mic till the video's over.
spoiled by Black Americans. I'm sorry to say it, but we go and F stuff up. Travel around the world, be around a whole bunch of Black men with nigger mentalities. And I know all of them are not that way. But when the numbers rises, it's the same nigga shit. And I don't really want to be around that. I might as well stay home. The nightclubs open. They don't really have any nightclubs that play hip hop or nothing like that. And I'm not a club guy anymore. You know, so I'm going to lounges, I'm going to rooftops, I'm going to nice restaurants. It's not getting spoiled. But you see more and more people going, but it's not getting spoiled because they don't really have they're not catering to Americans. Like when Colombia started catering to Americans, that was their downfall. That was their downfall. They start playing hip hop and Bible service and all that bullshit. When I talk about nightclubs, you know what I mean. So, not Black men, they're called hoops. Whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? But they still are Black men that just that are ghetto, basically, you know, that are just maybe two ghettos. You could be born in the ghetto, but you don't have to carry yourself that way. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't shake like all of us know, right? All of us know when we was with our moms or dads, and you go somewhere, you go to a friend's house or whatever. What does your mom and dad say? Don't show your ass, or don't show out, or I'm gonna whip your ass, right? That's how most of us was raised. Don't embarrass me, because if you do, when we get home, I'm gonna whip your ass, right? Put a one up if that's the way you was raised. And you carried that with you, even if you wasn't with your mother anymore. You wouldn't go to your friend's house and show your ass, right? You wouldn't go to your auntie's house and show your ass. You wouldn't go to your mom's best friend's house and show your ass. You wouldn't go to the mall and show your ass with your moms, right? Mom said or dad said, show your ass to see what happened, right? So where was that lost? That when you go to another country, don't show your ass. You're in somebody else's home. You're in somebody else's place. You got to be patient and show respect. And you see the women doing it too, going places. If things don't go your way and you seem like we so used to interpreting everything with being racist and white supremacy because we come from America. And sometimes we just don't understand the culture. Like, for instance, I saw Ace say something that he thought they was being racist in one Latin American country. He was pissed off. And he ended up, they made him get off the bus or something like that. He was like, what? And then later on, he found out that the people had already bought tickets and bought seats. So when it comes to their stop and they get on, you're in somebody else's seat, somebody who bought in advance. But he didn't know that. So he just thought because he was black that they was being racist and they made him I don't know if I can't remember he said they made him give up his seat or they made him get off the bus. But I think they made him give up his seat and he got off the bus in anger. And this is the thing that happens. If you don't understand the culture, you could be offended. Like I notice in Latin American countries, if you're walking in the street or somewhere, the women expect you to move out of their way. Like, I don't know if y'all realize that. And then in America, it's courtesy to just whoever has the right of way. But in Latin America, it's like a woman walk and they be like, you as a man or gentleman, and I could be wrong, but this is the way I had to start reading it. Because in the beginning, I was getting offended. And I was like, that must be the culture in Latin America, that the men just, it don't matter if she's walking down the wrong aisle or nothing, you get out the woman's way. And they just walk like, you're supposed to get out my way. In Latin American countries, they have courtesy towards the elderly. They will let the elderly skip the line at the airport. They might even let some women, and they will let women with children skip the line. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to say this line is for elderly or this line is for women with children. They can skip the line just because they have a child or they're elder. And that's commonplace. Where we'll be chipping our teeth and getting an attitude in America, that's the common thing in other places. Eat twice. What's good? So I'm currently at work, but I will be retiring May 22nd. Congratulations, my brother. The gangster lifestyle. Oh, he said, I stopped talking about spots. You don't hear me saying nothing about Costa Rica. Yeah, me too. I'm like not giving out detailed things because I'm sorry. You can't give it out on YouTube because everybody has access to the conversation. So, and not everybody is going to behave like you. Mr. T said different cultures.
My mic was muted. My bad.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
can
right.
unmute your mics. Okay, so
Shut up.
as you see, I commented in Zoe's chat, right? He didn't read the earlier comment that I made that YouTubers have a responsibility, right? So now, early on, Zoe was showing the countries, and I gotta say it like this. Listen, in the travel space, they say Pookies and Ray Rays. When I first started going to these countries, we just called them riff raff, right? When I used to go to Sasua, when first started going to Sasua, we would like if I was still going to Sasua now with that same group that I used to go with, I would leave today, right? I would be flying out today, and we stay down there for a week and a half. that Thursday or Friday, right before Memorial Day weekend, we was on the plane going back home because we knew the riffraff was coming that weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that you come on YouTube, you show all these places, you show what's going
Mhm.
on in the country, right? Once you show it, once you open Pandora's box and show what's in Pandora's box, you can't close it. Everybody wants what's inside Pandora's box. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's pretty much what I was saying to him earlier in the chat. I guess, salute to Zoe, I guess he was reading it off of the phone, so he didn't catch that part. So I said, listen, you can't show it to everybody and then say, nah, we not showing it no more, and we going over here. Know what I'm saying? Because y'all done came over here and y'all done fucked it up. What you thought was
Right.
gonna happen? What you thought was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? This is what happened with Freaknik early on. International Eddie, you from Atlanta, correct?
So, like, I live in Atlanta, but I'm originally from Louisiana. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, listen, Freaknik, I was going to Freaknik in 94.
Okay.
By
Type of
98,
thing.
by 98, everybody found out what was going on in Freaknik. And everybody
I
started
heard.
coming.
I
Right.
heard. Mm,
Um, NBA All-Star Weekend.
crazy.
Everybody was there in Vegas. NBA All-Star Weekend. Everybody and their mama. Right? Now here's a quick
Yep.
little story. And this is why as I got older, and this is for you, Davon. Like you say, all of this stuff is in America, right? This is why I don't hang out in America anymore. Because I'm older now. I want to go, I still want to party, but I want to chill, right? So you go to the NBA All-Star Weekend. You go to Super Bowl weekend. You go to the rodeo, what they just had in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what they doing down in Atlanta no more because when I go to Atlanta, I go for other shit, right? You know,
Yeah.
you go to all these places, Miami Beach, all of that. That element is going to come there because they're easy to get to. It's easy to get to. So 2007 NBA All-Star Weekend, right? Went out there in Las Vegas. Friend of mine bags this chick, right? He vibing with the chick or whatever the whole weekend, whatever, on some cool out shit, right? She from Chicago, right?
Mm,
Goes home. He's calling her, reaching out to her. She's not answering. His attitude is like, oh, okay, I guess she ghosted me.
mm-hmm.
She hits him back about a month, 2 months later. He's like, oh, what's going on? I ain't heard from you, blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah, I was still in Vegas. I got shot. You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm just getting back home to Chicago. She said, if I knew that shit was going to happen, I would have stayed my ass in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, this is why we go into these countries because we escaping that element, the shit that's going on here in America. Right?
Yes, sir.
But now with the event of social media and everything, now we done open Pandora's box. We showing everybody what's going on in these countries. You think they not gonna
Mm-hmm.
come? Oh, they gonna come. You feel what I'm saying? And another YouTuber, I forgot his name. He got to hold a little bit of responsibility also. Let me get his name for y'all. I watch his channel from time to time. So if he's out there, you know what I'm saying? Average Man Unplugged, salute to him. And this ain't a headpiece on him. A couple years ago, I was watching his channel. And he says, yo, I'm taking my talents to Thailand. Because the Pookies and the Ray Rays can't afford to go there. The flight is so much. OG Davis, what did we know happened a year or two later?
They started going.
Jay Rello pops up in Thailand with an $8,000 funding. Oh, they gonna get there if they want to. Know what I'm saying? So once you put these places on the map, they're gonna come. It is what it is. Go ahead, y'all can speak on it.
Yeah, international.
Man, getting there. Man, I would say it would be less of the men that come with the riff raff to go to those kind of places. You're talking about 15+ hour flights, 20-hour flights. I know those tickets what average. I don't know. I'm usually in the front. I'm
15,
sure they
1,500 to
average
3,000.
right because when I went to Japan, I paid more. I paid about 7 grand, but I was in Delta One. But I could see it not being as much riffraff as a Medellin, Medellin, Cartagena, because I think that is like a step up as far as cost and class of people that's traveling to those places. I don't think it's any budget flights going that way. Um, so I would most definitely have to say, yeah, like it's probably less riffraff out there. Um, Thailand, yeah, like I don't think they'll really find a way out there, bro. Mm-mm.
Nah, they
Because
there,
you gotta have
homie.
ample
They
amount.
there. They
See,
there.
like word. See, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking you got
they
an
there.
ample amount of. Well, okay, like a trip like that. Okay. Essentially, minimum 1 week. Most people don't even have that built up in vacation that ain't been on their job 10, 15 years. Just at let's say the middle of the year. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of factors that play against them. I would say. But I didn't know that there was no riffraff going there. I thought it was just, the DRs, Cartagenas,
Man,
stuff like
wherever
that.
it's box at, it's over.
K9, 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 I was just getting ready to hand it to you because you're the expert on this panel on Thailand. Being that I've never been there, OGD never been there. Uh
Y'all,
International
I ain't
Eddie, I
been.
guess you
No,
and,
I
and we
ain't been.
know Davon, you haven't been to Thailand, right?
Nah. But I know the
Okay,
I ain't been.
history. Like I
okay.
know,
So
like I know the fact that like a lot of this shit that goes on in America, it's a lot worse overseas. Like they just don't talk about the dark side of it. They
yeah.
don't really
But
want us over
but
there.
we
That's
we
what I'm
just we
saying,
we
man.
just we just gonna speak to our point of going over there. So K9, you're the one who has to speak on Thailand.
I'm just saying, wherever there's box like the hookup culture, men will go. Broke men, men with money, men of stature. It don't matter. Not only how we're broke niggas not gonna go, what y'all calling X-rays and pookies, is places where it's not hookup culture, where it's not women, where they can't indulge in hooking up with women, where they actually have to go look at a statue and go do a tour, go do an excursion. Yeah, they're not gonna go to
Hmm.
them places, but as long as it's a spot and they know it's a hookup culture there, they will eventually go there. You know what I'm saying? They just have to be made aware of it. And now it's to the point now they have already been enlightened. So you don't even necessarily always got to tell them like this is spot. They over here like if they even hear it's almost like that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. Remember the beach when it had the map and it was like the map got out, he gave it to one person and Leonardo DiCaprio gave it and he tried to tell him, no, don't come. It was just but they already had the map. They on their way. Once the map is out, the map is out. They on their way. Because they'll fight. Remember, dudes will do whatever they got to do to get the box, whether that's rob, steal, or and then they're they gonna do whatever they got to do to get there, brother, and they gonna get there.
But see,
Right.
that was my whole
Oh,
point.
hold on 1 second. 1 second. Gotta put some respect on the money. My bad, CTG Policia. Appreciate you and thank you for the
CTG
$10
police.
super chat. Go ahead.
CTG police.
But
That's
see,
a hell of a name.
this was my whole point of really talking about this because I felt like at the end of the day, I know it ain't even no feeling no more. It's what I know. Like a lot of people, just as much as Eve was deceived by the deceiver, the first woman that they supposedly say, like Adam was being a simp. So, like, basically, he was like, "Oh, well, the serpent, the devil, whatever you gonna call it, a demon, like deceived a woman, and he just saw this beautiful woman, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. And he just literally just like, oh well, I'll just give up everything. Like, like he had paradise. They was in a holy state. They had everything. But at the end of the day, he chose deception. They chose deception over paradise. Paradise, when I looked at the meaning of paradise, it says like you're in a place that's holy. Like I don't see any holiness right now anymore in this world. I don't. It doesn't matter where you go or where you at. Like people are going to be people. It's saying even the word that the heart is desperately wicked or deceitful. So you're gonna go through problems with people. Like at the end of the day, you just gotta try to. I don't know if it's the words of vetting, because even when you vet people, people switch it up. Like I've noticed that a lot of women, even though they say they want to be committed to a man, they change once you commit to them. I want to get to that point. I want to talk about that, the whole switch up culture, because I'm just like, okay, well, if you're making this woman an honest woman and you're marrying this woman, even though you know she probably wasn't a virgin, why are we like sitting up here like acting like that this is not going on? Like, why are we acting like, oh, like men are not being cut off from intimacy and sex from a woman? You didn't even sign up for this. It's saying the vows for better or for worse, rich or poor, sickness and health, to death do us part. So that means that you're gonna go through problems with people no matter what. So what's wrong with women? I'm saying, I'm not saying taking away from the fact that we don't have to take accountability as men, but at the same time, we always been held accountable. I don't see women being held accountable as much, and they push the narrative to where they don't have to take accountability, especially on social media now. And they get more views than the people that's really trying to speak the truth, man. I'm just getting tired of this shit. I'm sick of it. It's just
I
fake and
got I
phony
got
to
you.
me.
I got you. We gonna speak about that on the next slide. But right now, we trying to stay in this lane right here.
You
When we
said he
talk
was on
about
how the Pookies and Ray Rays got there. Miko Worldwide kicked it off. He was the first dude that gave out the map. I think
really,
large
really, how you figure that, K9?
because if you ask, a lot of people found out about these spots due to him or due to somebody that heard of him and they continued to spread it. Like I really, because he was like the first main YouTuber putting it out there. It wasn't even a trend, or YouTube wasn't even a thing yet as far as talking about that. He was like the first one. Once he gave out the map, it's over with. Because at that
And see
time,
now,
go ahead.
Khalil Backyard Life says tailor made. That's the first person that I've seen talking about it. And check this out.
Well, they in
A
the
lot of
same.
people, they in the same realm. A lot of people know about tailor made dreams. Guess what? I hit Sasua. I hit Sasua maybe about 5 years before tailor made dreams have even got there.
Yeah,
And
but
we wasn't putting it out. We wasn't putting it out. You know what I'm saying? The shit was locker room talk. The shit was barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Conehead dude was out there before Taylor Made Dreams. What's the Conehead dude's name? Milano. He was out there before Taylor Made Dreams. Right?
Yeah, but we're talking about who
But what I'm saying,
though.
what I'm saying, K9, Milano, wasn't nobody really paying no attention to him like that. The Miko Worldwide dude, I never even heard of him.
What?
The name? No, I never heard of him. I didn't hear Miko Worldwide until I started watching YouTube. But I knew Taylor Made Dreams was there. I knew Cuba Dave. I heard the name, but I didn't know who he was. Let me tell you who I thought Cuba Dave was, and I talked about this the other day, I think on Smoke's channel. There was a dude for all the old school cats that was going to Sasua. There was a club across the street from Classico called D Latin. D Latin now is a 99-cent store right next to Rumba. Right? That was
No,
a
exactly
whole
what you're talking
club.
about.
Yeah. So Cuba Dave, I thought was a Cuban dude that used to hang out in Sasua, a black dude. He used to be playing chess all the time with this Dominican dude. For any of the old school Sasua heads, you've seen the Dominican dude with the white mohawk. He used to be walking around Sasua Beach with the suitcase. Inside that suitcase was a domino board and a chessboard. You play against that motherfucker, he'll bust your ass in either one. Right? So him and the Cuban dude, who I thought was Cuba Dave, was always sitting in front of D-Latin playing chess. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the reason why I thought he was Cuba Dave, because I sat and spoke to the dude. He never told me his name, or maybe he did, I don't remember. But he was from Cuba. And I heard the name Cuba Dave circling around Sasua, announced to me when I came on YouTube and find out it was a whole different dude. Cuba Dave was a white guy. I didn't know that shit. But anyway, y'all go ahead. You know?
Well, let me just say this. These places have been there long before YouTube. So it's just that there was different cultures and different travelers in those early years going there. You know, people from Europe, you know, Caucasians from the United States. Wasn't really a lot of black travelers to these places unless maybe they might have been in the military or whatever. Thailand is nothing new. Colombia is nothing new. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people was not going there during the time when Pablo Escobar was, you know, running it. DR is nothing new. You were there in what, 2010, 2011?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these are not new places. They've only been discovered by these, you know, two handfuls of YouTubers during the lockdown times in 2020, where everybody was sitting down watching the Red Pill, the Men Going Their Own Way, Kevin Samuels, and then the Travel Space and the Austin Hollemans and stuff like that. So these places, even though they were popular beforehand, they became even more popular during the time when people sat down. Why? Because a lot of these places didn't follow the rules during the lockdowns. They was like, look, you just got to come here with a vaccination card. Some places didn't even require you to have that. You know what I'm saying? And who was traveling at that time? Nobody was really traveling, so the planes was empty. So you was getting flights to DR for like $100 round trip. Thailand, which is typically anywhere, like you said, from like maybe $1,200 on up, you was getting those flights for like $800 round trip because nobody was going nowhere. So once these people got out there, and a lot of these people, remember, a lot of these people weren't even YouTubers during that time. They became YouTubers because they had video that they wanted to show. They had video that they wanted to monetize. And they figured, hey, if I throw this on YouTube, boom, everybody's gonna start watching it. Everybody's gonna, and that's where I believe all of this was exposed, like heavy, because I didn't really hear about Colombia until around that time. Not to say that I didn't know that Colombia wasn't there. I knew it was there, but I didn't really hear about Colombia then until that time. I didn't really hear about Thailand until that time. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, currency is king in these places. You know what I'm saying? So where your currency is going to be the biggest, that's where most people are going to go. Thailand, the flight is expensive. But once you get to Thailand, your currency is king. You getting 4 or 5 course meals for like $3, $4, $5.
Yeah, you ain't spending no money out there.
Right. So currency is king in these places. You will not find a majority of these quote unquote YouTubers in Marbella, Spain, Ibiza, London, Italy. You won't or Latvia, Russia. You won't find them in these places. And the reason why you won't find them there is because just like they're not willing to spend the money here in the United States, they're not going to be willing to spend the money in Europe. Remember, the dollar has nothing on the euro at this point in time. So they're definitely not going there. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Real travelers are going to go to these places. People that travel for the culture, for the cuisine. And guess what? When you get there, you be surprised. Again, what did I say earlier? Mindset. It's all about mindset. You go to these places like Germany, London, this, that, and the third. They see you. Of course, they know you from America. The way you carry yourself. You might have a Yankee fitted. You know what I'm saying? I know you from New York. Where? Blah, 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 blah. And that's where mindset kicks in. See, these individuals, and I'm not saying anybody, because if you go to DR, Thailand, Colombia, I'm not saying that your pockets are weak. I'm not saying that your mindset is crazy or low or anything like that. You go wherever you want. Have fun, enjoy. But a lot of these individuals that are going to these places, they still thinking in the box. They not thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like Devon said, you know, he was going into the word. You know, one of my favorite scriptures is where he says, be fruitful, multiply, subdue the earth. If you say to me, subdue the earth, that means earth is my turf. This is my address. This is all mine. So why not go to Europe? Why not go to Africa where I went last year? Why not go to other parts of Asia? How many people gonna go to Japan? Not too many people gonna go to Japan. They'll spend the money to go to Thailand because guess what? Thailand, you're gonna pay $3. When you go to Japan, you're gonna pay regular dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm not even gonna say like these people spoiled the place or whatever. But listen, let me tell you something. People are always looking for a discount. And wherever they can get a discount from, that's where they're gonna go. You don't have to go there. I told you earlier this week, Gans. I said, listen, what is DR to me now? DR to me is the new Florida. Because we used to go to Florida a lot. Now Florida all of a sudden is super expensive and you got to use the euro. I'm just joking. But DR is the new Florida to me. They got two things I like, beaches and Spanish food. And that's all I need. You know what I'm saying?
Out on frito.
Don't. I'm not meaning to cut you off, but that's what I was saying. Like when I went to Israel, like they literally told me like Tel Aviv is like San Francisco. So basically, like, you know, it doesn't matter where you go. Everything now is monetized. Like, you know what I'm saying? Monetized. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, we have to really when I was going into the scriptures, I was really trying to like hit a pivotal point. And I was talking about Adam and Eve, like the first man and woman, or I would say so-called the first man and woman, because if you dive into it deeper, they may have not been the first man and woman. But because the Bible was canonized, you don't really know. But then if you really go after that and you know and you think about what Cain and Abel did, and then when God said, like, well, you know, I'm gonna release you, and then Cain was like, well, they're gonna kill me if I go here. And he said, well, you know, nah, you good. But Cain didn't know that. So it was obviously other people around before like even Adam and Eve existed. So, and I've studied these books. Like I even I read a whole book of the whole Adam and Eve story. Like prior, like even though I've been indoctrinated into the book of Genesis, it goes more into depth of talking about how basically Adam was going through torment after he literally decided to be a simp. Like I'm just gonna say the words, our trick. He was simping and tricking for a woman, even his own wife. And you don't, and people got to realize, men have to realize this. You could do the same thing that you're talking about, you're doing for a random chick. You could be doing that for your wife if she's not necessarily being a wife.
I get the simping part.
So he was like, oh, so he literally like, what I'm saying is this. He said, this is my flesh, bone of my bone. Like God gave this woman to man. And he's like, he's thinking in his mind, like, well, she's going to do everything that she should do as a woman, but she did not do it. And he was confused in his mind, thinking that, oh, well, this is my wife. So if she ate of the fruit, I'm going to eat of it too. This is what men do on a daily basis, even with their wives. And this is why I try to tell men all the time. And this is why I was saying before, you can't get too comfortable with women. Like there's an innate trait in us beings. Just like we can simp and we can trick, there's also women out here that have that trait in them that want to be like rebellious, not only towards men, but even towards God that they claim that they worship. And that's what I was trying to say, because you got more women in the place of worship than you do men now, especially in the black race. They got all these single events and all that stuff that they throwing out in these churches. And then now you got women out here that's preaching the gospel and they wearing they like half naked. I'm like, nobody ain't paying attention to you. Like the same thing on social media. I'm not paying attention to nothing you gotta say as a woman. I'm gonna be real and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not paying attention to nothing you gotta say, especially if you say some stupid ass shit. All I'm looking is your pretty face, and if you show your ass, all I'm looking at is your ass. I don't care about nothing you gotta say because you sound stupid. If
I'm
you're
gonna
not
show
making
I'm
any
gonna
sense,
show y'all what he talking about. Go ahead, keep cooking, Davon. I'm gonna show y'all what he talking about though.
yeah, because if you're not making any logical sense and you just basing it on how you feel, that's how the whole feminist movement came about. Like, that's why I said the OG told me, like, literally, he was like, man, we was more free when we was in chains. The reason why he said that was because women knew their place and we knew our place in the race, in the Atlantic slave trade in this country. Like we all knew our place. We knew we had to work for the white man, and we knew we had to also come together and do our part. Like, do you know that a lot of women, they like a lot. This whole feminist movement was really originally like for white women. Because I'm gonna tell you this. Do you know that most of these women, and I'm gonna tell you, white women, they literally were leaning on our black women to take care of their children.
Let me
They
show y'all
still
what he
really
let
do
me
to this day.
let me show
Like,
y'all what he let me show him what you talking about real quick. and then we gonna move on from this because I'm not taking it to the Bible too much over here. But
I
yo,
really don't want to,
this what
but
he talking
like
about.
sometimes I gotta do it.
That's what they
Needless to
doing in
say,
the
I was
church. Fair
very
use.
disheartened. I was like, this is just too much for the church.
Fair use.
Like, what is going on here? Why is the choir singing and the lady twerking and praise dancers? Just why, Lord? What is? I was
But
like, the
yeah,
rapture's
but yo, that's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to make it all about the Bible, but this is the thing. That's what I do. Like I try to reference things to reality. Like I even wrote a book myself. It's called Seeking After the Man in Me. I'm an author. Like I don't talk about everything I do when I come on these panels and all that, but I've been licensed to preach the gospel, and I also wrote a book. So I'm an author. I'm authorized to talk about these things. Like, so it's just like, I don't really want to go all the way there because I know people nowadays, it doesn't, I know the algorithm, they don't want you to really talk about these things because you're not going to get many views or likes about it. But I think with me being on here with you right now, it's gonna boost the views and likes up. Now, if I'm doing it myself, it may not work, but because I'm on this panel right now, it's gonna boost. It's gonna get higher. Your views and likes are gonna get higher just because of what I'm saying. And we're all saying what we're gonna say, and we're having a good conversation as men. That's what
Okay,
that's
I
what
got you.
women really want to see.
I got you. I got you. Listen, vibing with Misha. If you're still in the chat, when the live is over, I need you to comment on the live, and I'm gonna throw a wrench at you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Maybe somebody can. K9, can you explain to me how to give somebody a wrench from the chat over here? Because I only know how to do it when
You
they
could go.
comment.
You could do it when they comment, or you can, if put their channel name. You just got to go to your moderator section. So you got to go to YouTube, not on StreamYard, but the actual
Yeah, you
YouTube.
can't. Right, you can't do it on StreamYard. I gotta. Let me see.
So,
I
but
might
you could click on your other YouTube screen, right?
Yeah, I can do it from my phone.
Yeah. So, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
So you just click on your channel, go to your channel, and then go to to where it says
Okay, I see it.
you see it? You
Yeah.
don't see it because you got to do certain steps.
No. I see it. I just made somebody a moderator.
Oh, you see that?
Tariq, you down moderator.
Right there. Yeah. So if you click it in the chat on the YouTube, you can make them like that. Boom.
Yeah.
If they comment it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Misha, you got a wrench. Threw a wrench at you. Know what I'm saying? But yo, we done did over 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Usually once this light goes out, that's when I should usually cut the live. That's my time. That's my alarm clock right there. But I had the other light going. But yo, it was a good live. Know what I'm saying? We're gonna tackle some other things next week. But I might be going into the motorcycle shit. So y'all gonna see me over there with the motorcycle riders. You know what I'm saying? Any last words from everybody?
And I appreciate y'all time, man. It was good topics, good conversation.
Oh, International Eddie, once you get your edits together on that trip, we're gonna focus on that. And we're gonna do a live and talk about that.
Yeah, man.
I
Most
just
definitely,
want to say, man, at the
like
end of
Craig
the day, man, I appreciate y'all for having me on this panel. Man, stay true to the Most High, true and living God, and stay true to yourselves as men at the end of the day, amen.
All right, cool. K9.
Yeah.
Got any last words?
Oh no, just much love and respect, man. Keep doing your thing, Gaines. You already know. See you on the other side.
Yep.
Salute to the panel, salute to the chat. OG Davis, you already know. Salute.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute the Born Cipher. He just became a member. Thank you. Thank you for the membership. Know what I'm saying? And we gonna be good. We gonna do some members only lives. I'm gonna get that going. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't become a member, I need to find that commercial, OGD.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find that joint.
Need to
And
find
y'all
a
do a
famous
member.
commercial.
Yeah, I need to find that joint. Where's it at? It's somewhere in
I
here.
don't know.
Gaines, I'm gonna be looking for you when I go to the DR, man. Like, man, y'all seen Gaines? Where he at?
You
'Cause
ain't
I'll be trying to get your
you
classicals.
you ain't gonna see me in Sasua, not this year. I'm not saying that I'm not going to DR, but it ain't gonna be in Sasua.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I might go to Punta Cana. And even when I do that, I probably won't even announce that. I'm just gonna pop up.
Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna send him a link to my Airbnb, bro, my villa. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, my people got some shit going that they just came from out there. They was out there last week, the week before last. And the villa's on its final finishing stages.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
So you got one out there already.
Yeah. Well, Kelly just sold closer to Jumbo. Like grocery store right there, and Coco Bonner, whatever it's called, a little area
Right.
back there. Look like a
Yeah,
casino.
yeah, Coco Bongo. By that
Yeah.
mall. I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, up that way.
Yeah. Yeah, my people are putting the finishing touches on there. They was just out there for like 3 weeks. Because it's hard out there. It's hard. And you know, International Eddie, I know you already know. Now listen, they started this villa. I've been retired 2 years now. They started it maybe about a year and a half before I retired. And it's still in the process because if you not down there constantly, and
then
they could put
lacking.
you on the back burner.
They do, and I've seen that even like in my neighborhood, which is only, it's not even 25% done. Like my whole community is private. It's Canada, so and it's going to be two different things with that. It's going to be immigration, like messing with the Haitians, or it's going to be somebody ran out of money and they stopped. I caught my joint at 70% completed. And the guy ran out of money. He's a Haitian American, and he ran out of money. I was talking to, at the time, my Airbnb host. His sister so happens to be one of the bigger real estate agents in Punta Cana, and she was telling me about it because I usually jog through the neighborhood in the mornings, and I seen it, and I asked her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, so this what's going on with this one. This is a good deal, but I got it for a great price though, and I finished it myself, and it came out decent. Like I said, you have to stay on them. You know, like it's the DR. I'm saying, like, if you know them, then you know them. You know what I'm saying? But you have to stay on them, like consistently. Like you have to go back and check this. Man, that's any country you go to outside the United States. You have to go back and check because, not saying that they're not responsible people, but they're not responsible people, bro.
Right.
And things can be slowed down, but you have to give it up to the Haitians out there. That's who's going to be doing 80% of your construction, and they do bust their asses, and they don't get paid much.
Yeah,
So
I know.
So give it
I
up to the
know.
Haitians out there.
I know what it is. Listen,
Yeah.
They soon as DR decide that they want to kick all the Haitians out of the country, now that stops progress on your
That
work.
stops everything. Yeah, like
You
that stops everything for everybody. Everybody goes broke.
Yeah.
Jersey
So
hit me.
listen, you do you know what's going on over in Cap Cana?
No. Like enlighten me.
Cap Cana, that's another property in Punta Cana that I went to check out. That's a whole community. They got golf courses back there and everything. Matter of fact, on Instagram, they just sent me something on Instagram.
Is it closer to Vista Cana?
Oh,
up that way? You don't know?
I don't
Okay.
know.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Listen,
What's going on back there?
I haven't seen K9. You seen Strictly Travel around? Because Strictly Travel, he knows everything that's going on back there in Capcom. But
So what is it being delayed or what?
no, it's not being delayed. That property that is moving. It's moving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's moving over there. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, about 80% of the Punta Cana town area, the small town of Punta Cana, which isn't that big,
Mhm.
is like 80% owned by foreigners. So
Of
it's not
course.
a real like Dominican area. That's why the prices are like like elevated
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So
It
so
costs us
everything
to spend it back home.
everything back there that the prices that I seen on Instagram today, 300,000. But
300?
they got man,
Man,
it's
that's
expensive
double.
back there.
That's double from from my side. That's double.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
see myself going to Punta Cana though, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why not? You ain't been there yet.
Just
Yeah, like
because,
it's just like I like it like that though.
like it's not enough to do throughout the day. It's just like you gotta wait way too late for shit to really take off. I like shit to do all throughout the day, the night. I don't really like to have to wait all
Mhm.
day to, that's not
Yeah,
Well,
really.
yeah.
Punta Cana
It's
ain't
really there's
but
really
so
nothing to
big.
do during the daytime.
Yeah, like but
You know.
it's not but so big though too, bro. Like you can go to Igwe. What I'm saying? You can take a trip to Romania, or Romana, however you pronounce it. So you got to take. I got a car out there now. I shipped out my pickup truck, one of my pickup trucks from here, and sent it out there. Not even a month ago. No, well, right at a month ago.
Yeah,
And
we gotta talk about that.
yeah, man, and you gotta watch, bro. Man, like you gotta have somebody in customs coming in because they try to get you, but they try to get me. I'm gonna talk about that too. They try to get me for $9,000. But
Yeah,
you pay for all that.
that's a
You
whole nother
pay for
lie.
all that with shipping though, right? Yeah, it's a whole nother life. But yeah, but you pay for all that shit when you buy your shipping. But yeah,
Mhm.
but they try to get me though. But I
See
know
me,
somebody out there.
I'm just on the rental side of things. I
Yeah.
thought about that. I thought about that. Buying property, done my research, and all of this
Mm.
shit. Now listen.
Man, just come to Paraguay
What?
first. That's all I'm gonna say. Just come out there to Paraguay with me one time.
Okay. So, but your
Yeah, that's
property in
all.
Punta Cana, you built it from the ground up.
I caught it at 70% completed because dude ran out of money.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See now,
So I
my
had
people.
had a little bit of rebar sticking up at the top.
Mhm. See now, my people built theirs from the ground up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Listen. Now I
There
understand you're
you
going to
go.
pay more. I understand you're going to pay more for completed property, but
Correct.
I just want to jump in and move right in.
Man,
So
I say
that
like
leads
if
me
you
back to
plan
the
on
rental.
being like if you don't plan on like being there a lot, man,
Right.
I would say go ahead and go ground up because the labor is cheaper. And I'm not gonna say cheap, it's
Hmm.
cheaper. And like I
Hmm.
said, they're gonna try to get down on you. So you gotta have a good like manager,
Hmm.
like somebody you can trust. Like I finished mine up because like I said, my mentor has people out there. So I made the phone call. These guys even worked in America before. I said, "Hey, like, how much will you charge me to go do this? To execute this, to kind of supervise, to make sure the work keeps going." Dude told me a price. Like, he told me how much he'd go out there, like how often he would go out there, and I said, "Okay." And it only took me about another month to get it completed. And I got a jacuzzi at the bottom. Well, I got a jacuzzi at the bottom and a jacuzzi at the top. Meaning,
Okay.
jacuzzi gets hot and jacuzzi is just water with lights
Okay.
and bubbles. Yeah.
Right. 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 All right.
Hmm.
So yeah, we gonna matter of fact, OGD, that might be the next live. We see if we can get Noose on the next live, and we talk about
Let's run
renting
that
and owning.
Paraguay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
renting and owning property in these countries. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
No
But
step.
yo,
Yeah.
we gonna shut it down. We gonna shut it down. It's been another
Yep.
good one. You know what I'm saying? Weather gonna be nice the rest of this week. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be on the motorcycle. So that's what it
Man, I
is.
sold my
The-
joint, man. Like I sold my joint coming up on 2 years ago now, man. My homeboy Greg, like out of Atlanta, had a bad accident, man, died. Man, I sold it, man. My last bike was a ZX10. Man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I had a cruiser before, so I went back. So, bro, okay. Long story short, before we hang up, right? Of course, I started out in my 20s, and I had the can of tuna, the 600 katana. Of course, the starter bike. You know, I'm a big dude, so I graduated quick. I went to a Honda VTX 1800, which they called the Harley Killer at the time. That was in about 2011, 2010, 2011. I left that alone, stayed away from bikes for about 8 years, and just came back, like I said, 2 years ago. So my homeboy Randall Cross, like he professionally races bikes, called me. Well, I called him and he showed me a ZX10, or it was I forgot what year it is, but it's the special edition year. So I think that would be a 2010 maybe. I said, F it, man. Like, he had the 300 kit already ready to go on there. With the J sprocket to, you know, the 2 chains. I was like, man, come on, let's do it. Bought it, man, rode, you know, had a nice time in Atlanta. Cause, you know, Atlanta has a nice bike scene. And, you know, I roll hard, man. And, you know, after my homeboy died like that, man, you know, like it took it out of me, bro. You know, and then I said, you know, that can't be me, man. I have 43 employees. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to be around. So I just left it alone, man. I sold it to a dude in North Carolina because I didn't want to see it in Atlanta. So I sold it to a dude in like North Carolina. And he came and got it like the same day, bro. And yeah, but I kind of miss bikes, man. But man, like 2 days. But I'm taking to the water, man. I gotta holler at you about that. I'm taking to the water. Man, you know, like jet skis and boat life, man. That's what's coming up, man. Like jet skis and boats, man.
Listen, I'm a ground dude. I'm a ground dude.
Word? Okay.
I can't swim.
That's great.
And you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
You gotta put the life vest on, my guy. You gotta put the life vest on.
I didn't know how to swim.
I did that in Jamaica.
Don't panic. That's all. Don't panic.
K9, you asked how come I don't know how to swim?
I thought all black people knew how to swim.
No, not all black people from New York. Long story short, before I end this live. Shit, y'all might want to pay for some overtime. The YMCA in West Brighton, Staten Island, New York, West Brighton. Dude I grew up with named Mark Sanders. He pushed me in West Brighton pool, and that was it. When I was about 10 years old, he pushed me in West Brighton pool. I was drowning. They had to jump in and save me, and that was it. I didn't want no parts of no water after that.
Because I know for a fact YMCA pools, like if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while. They start at least 6 to 8 feet, and they go as deep as 10 or 12, I believe.
Well, no, this actually, excuse me, it wasn't YMCA pool. My bad. It was West Brighton pool. The camp that I was in where it happened was it was a YMCA camp. But you know, we was outside, and this is, you know, for everybody from New York, you know, the pool center that be in the projects. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mark Sanders, salute to him wherever he's at. I ain't seen that brother in about 30 years. We was about 10 years old. He pushed me in West Brighton pool, and I was drowning, and I ain't been in the water since.
Yeah, they just,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah,
I get it, bro.
But yo, that's what it is. And I know what them ZX10s do. I had a Yamaha R1. R1. I sold that bike in 2017. The dude who bought the bike, he crashed it. You know what I'm saying? But then thank God he was all right. Did nothing happen to him. But I think the bike was demolished, as far as I heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but yo,
yeah.
But that's what it is. Yo, knock on wood. The bike's been good to me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know, we keep them 2 wheels up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but yo, I'm gonna shut it down. It's been a good one. K9, salute. Thank you for coming through. International Eddie, appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. As always, my partner OG Davis. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the chat. I thank you for the super chats. Salute to everybody that put their eyes on this video. Please, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button and share the video. You know what I'm saying? If you watching this On the playback, please hit that like button, subscribe to the Gangster Lifestyle, and also for the couple cats that subscribe to my other channel, Keeping It Gangster, I appreciate you. And if you're watching this on that side, please hit that like button and share the video as well. You know what I'm saying? Jersey Hitter, salute to you. We're going to speak on the back end. Yo, it's Big Gans. You rocking with the Gangster Lifestyle. You know how I do. Yo, I'm out.